Hey yo, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is the one and only random show, random show, random show. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. Another episode of the random show with your host, the friend you wish you'd never had, Agostino Tinga. This is episode number 349. 349 of the random show. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for chilling. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Big up everybody joining via the live stream. Chat. Bang your doors. Bang your chest. I won't be here super long. I'll probably be here until about 4-3. So join in, or 3-4. So join in, and I'm off to some dinner, going to a little Turkish restaurant. So join in one, like, subscribe, join in one. We'll be here for a few hours, doing a little bit things, and then I'll probably come back later, do a Taz, and then another random show later. But for now, we'll be here for a couple of hours. So yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully you mofos enjoy. So let's just get right into it. First things first, man. I'm not too sure. Again, I am not too sure if you guys know who Daniel Green is. But Daniel Green is one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm not going to lie. And it's fucking sad, bro. He's been accused of sexual assault or abuse or something along those lines. Really fucking mad. Out of nowhere. One of my favorite YouTubers. He mostly does like book reviews on sci-fi books, fantasy books. He basically introduced me to the Wheel of Time, Mistborn series. What else? Stormlight Archive, a bit of Dune. You know, he's one of those type of ones. He's a book YouTuber. Really good. I really like him. His videos are really fun. Really light. He's able to break down really heavy, dense books really well. He gives great recommendations. I love his reviews. He does good best ofs and shit. Interviews with authors too. He's even interviewed the great fucking Brian Sanderson on his fucking channel. Really fucking good. But unfortunately, he has been accused of sexual assault. Fuck. So it's looking a bit peaky. It's looking a bit peaky for Daniel Green. So I literally just seen this now before I came on stream. So I want to react to it live with you guys. So this lady called Naomi King, this YouTuber called Naomi King has, I guess, accused Daniel Green or some shit. This is Daniel Green. This is the YouTuber. So he's responded yesterday or today with a response to the allegation. So let's see what the allegations are first. Because I'm gutted, man. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. This is so gutting to hear. Let's hear what happened. And let's hear what this guy's doing. I thought he'd just be reading books, man. I thought he'd be out here just reading books and recommending stuff. But I guess behind the scenes, he may be a bit of a pest. He may be a bit of a creep. Let's see what going.
They looked like.
Let me go to the beginning again. Let's go to the beginning. Let's see what this Naomi King lady's saying. Let's see what going. Bear with me, uno segundo.
Again, I did not identify who I was talking about at all. I did not say what this person's name was. I did not describe what they looked like. I did not.
I want to go to the beginning and see what she said at the beginning if I missed anything. Let's quickly go here. Let's see. I want to get the gist of what she's saying. It's a 30-minute video. I won't watch the whole thing, but I want to get a gist of what he done.
Hi guys. 2 years ago, YouTuber Daniel Green threatened to wipe me off of social media. So if I disappear, you'll know who did it.
Jesus Christ.
If this behavior occurs again, action will be taken against you to block you from all social media platforms. We will take action to remove your site and prevent you from further posting. Let's talk about why. In June of 2023, I made a video and posted it here on YouTube. It was titled, "A Conversation About Manipulation, Consent, and Assault." It was a general video on, just a discussion of consent and assault and all that. In it, I gave
lovely, bright and airy, positive, fun topic, by the way. Beautiful, fun YouTube topic, that. God almighty.
A very brief and vague personal example. I said that I had a friend turn out to not be a friend.
Oh, no.
And that he assaulted me.
Ah!
And that I had been in contact with a person who said he assaulted her.
Daniel Green!
Again, I did not...
Oh, for fuck's sake. Honestly, these YouTubers, man. Is it really that difficult just to make good content and not be a fucking asshole? And not be a piece of shit? Is it really that hard? Oh, it's already looking bad. It's already looking hella bad.
Not identify who I was talking about at all. I did not say what this person's name was. I did not describe what they looked like. I did not describe where they lived, where they were from, what they did for work. Nothing. 8 days later, I received a cease and desist from Daniel Green's lawyer.
Wow.
Threatening me with a lawsuit, demanding that I take that video down in 24 hours.
Wow.
Or they would sue me for slander and defamation. They would bury me under legal fees, and they would wipe me off of social media.
If ever there was a sign that you're guilty, this is it, innit? If what she's saying is true, we don't have any evidence of it because I haven't watched the video, but if what she's saying is true, and she didn't mention any discernible details that would give Daniel Green away, yet his lawyers got in touch with her however many days after and threatened her with a cease and desist, that is essentially you admitting your guilt. No one that's not guilty would do that. It's impossible. Oh my god, this guy, man. Oh.
Again, I never said that that video was about Daniel. Not once. I never identified who it was about. I go to Vegas often to get tattooed. Daniel knows that. In fact, that was something that I said to his lawyer. I told his lawyer, I go to Vegas often to get tattooed. Daniel knows that. If he thinks that video's about him, that just says something about how he views his own behavior. So I did not take that video down.
Good girl, good girl.
They gave me 24 hours, or they would sue me. I never heard back from his lawyer, despite the fact that I asked her a direct question. She called him a medical professional.
What's that? What's the question?
Her a direct question.
Can you please explain to me how he's a medical professional?
She called him a medical professional. As far as I know, I don't think...
To be fair, most likely they just got that wrong. They just copied and pasted it. I forgot to delete that section. Most likely this is a cease and desist they sent on behalf of a medical professional, and they just forgot to delete that bit. I don't think it's that deep, this section.
He's a doctor. I'm assuming,
but it doesn't bode well, right? Because lawyers are meant to be a little bit finicky, right? They're meant to be very particular about the details. So if your lawyer is forgetting to delete sections of a already pre-written template letter thing, it probably doesn't bode well for your law firm.
Was a typo, or they forgot to remove it from the template.
Yeah, exactly.
I sent this cease and desist to someone, and she's read a lot of them in her life, and she said that this was one of the most aggressive cease and desists she had ever read in her life. She also said that if she hadn't known what this was about, she would have thought it was a cease and desist in regards to a bad review on Yelp for a doctor. Because they brought up Yelp like 8 times. They didn't want me talking about him ever again. But again, I never said that video was about him. Now, they also accused me of harassment and invasion of privacy, which I'm not afraid to address. I have nothing to hide. After what he did to me in Vegas, I reached out to his partner, because I needed her to know that what had happened I didn't want.
What
I
happened?
know what it's like to move country for somebody and
What
then
happened?
find out that they're a lying, cheating piece of shit.
What
I
happened?
needed her to know that I didn't want it.
What didn't you want, girl? Come on, get to the details.
I needed her to know that he was sober and wide awake.
What happened, man? What
I'm
happened?
done crying about this shit.
What happened?
He was sober and wide awake, and I was half asleep and on drugs, which he knew.
Fucking hell, this is getting dark already. Dope. I'm gonna try and sleep on the plane so I have night energy. What's that? Something about 4 milligrams. Gonna go to bed. Gonna go to the pool now. Holy fuck, how high are you going to be? A good amount. 5 mg is lunchtime in space. 4 mg is hurricane on Earth. Ha ha ha.
Knew. I had arrived in Vegas in the morning,
Okay.
and I spent 420 just getting baked by the pool,
Okay. Good
taking
girl.
40 milligram edibles
Good girl.
all day.
Good girl, as you're meant to do.
Because
Happy
it was fucking 420.
Of course. Good girl.
I went to sleep because his flight was going to land late in the evening.
And you also maybe went to sleep because you took a bunch of edibles before you got there. Probably nervous. You want to show if you were wanting to go through with the link up, you know. Cheeky links are fun when you're like organizing a cheeky link. But once they finally come up, they can be quite nerve-wracking. Like, do I really want to go through with this? Is this person going to be a creep? Blah, 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 blah. I understand, you know, last minute jitters. It happens.
And it would be about midnight before he would arrive. I specifically asked him to bring coffee if he wanted to
Oh, coffee. I thought you were going to say condoms.
stay up and talk. I specifically asked him to bring coffee.
I hope this isn't the abuse. I hope the abuse is not that he didn't bring coffee. I hope this is. I hope. I hope this is not just he promised to bring coffee. Anyway, he says got on board Wi-Fi for the next 20 minutes. Had to watch an ad for it. Just nice. She says to him, "Can you please bring iced coffees or something when you are at CVS in case we want to stay up and talk? I'm gonna try and sleep now. Had a big dinner. Works for me, though. You might just want to crash and start early morning." Wow, this is already creepy. Who, like, what normal guy? Yeah, this guy sounds like a wrong'un. Daniel Green sounds like a wrong'un. What normal guy goes to have a cheeky link with somebody in Las Vegas? She says she's gonna be falling asleep. Bring coffee, and then you tell her to fall asleep. Don't worry, fall asleep. Why do you want her to fall asleep? Why wouldn't you want her to stay up to at least greet you? Why wouldn't you be rushing there with everything? Nitro coffee, monsters, energy drinks to keep her up because you want to talk. Why would you be okay with her sleeping before you get there? Works for me, though we might just want to you might want to crash and start early tomorrow. LOL, either way I'm happy. Ugh. Yuck.
He said, "Nope, let's just sleep. We'll hang out in the morning."
Oh no.
He turned up at midnight, sober and awake, and pressured me, half asleep and on drugs, into sexual things that he and I had agreed beforehand would not happen.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Hey yo, big up MJ Ranger. Big up MJ Ranger.
That man's name? Brian the Kid Callen.
Exactly. This sounds very Rinks-like, innit? Allegedly, this sounds very, very Rinks-like. Almost like this is not Rinks-like. This is Rinse-Light. Rinks-Lite. You know, Daniel Green is Rinks-Light, allegedly. This is what it sounds like. Actually, Daniel Green actually looks like he could be Rinks' brother. I'm not gonna lie. Or his son. Or related to the Callen family, allegedly.
I repeatedly asked him if we could just sleep and talk in the morning. I was halfway through a sentence when he pushed me over and shoved his tongue in my mouth.
Whoa.
He repeatedly tried to stick his penis in me, saying,
Oh. Why are YouTubers like this, man? Again, like I said, he was one of my favorite book YouTubers, Daniel Green, for sci-fi and fantasy book recommendations, book reviews, author interviews. Why? Why did it get to this level? Why can't you just find a community of people that also... Because being into books or reading books like I do and other people do, it's a bit of a niche interest. So when you find somebody that's also into books, it's weird that your first thing would be, let's make it sexual. Why not just have a friend that you can hang out with and share your passion of books with and go to like book conferences and talks and panel discussions and whatever else, and even Comic-Con with, because you can't really go with anybody else with those type of things. You go alone usually to those type of events because, you know, like, I've never understood that sort of thing, but I guess that's common. If you're an abuser, you usually abuse people that are next to you and near you and shit. But I just find that quite heinous, to be fair. Kind of shit is this?
Come on, just the tip. I repeatedly pushed his penis away, saying, I'm not having sex without lube, I'm not having sex without lube, I'm not having sex without lube. Because I have medical conditions. One of which is idiopathic hypogonadotropic hypogonadism.
What's that mean? That she can't get wet or something? What? I'm not having sex without lube. What? What is this detail? Huh?
It can make sex very painful for me.
Do we need to know this information? Oh, is that what it means? Big up Young God Vibes. Is that what it means? She literally has a condition where she doesn't produce enough, like, whatever that is. God almighty. Imagine, finding that out must be painful, innit? Finding that out must be painful. In practice, and also mentally. God damn.
I cannot self-lubricate or stretch. Which...
I'm sorry to start the stream this way. I'm really sorry. Those of you watching, if you're having your dinner, having your lunch, just woken up, I'm really sorry I started the stream this way. I swear I didn't know it was this bad. I swear to God I didn't know it would be this graphic or this depressing. I swear. I thought he just did some, you know, run-of-the-mill essay shit, you know? Put his hand on her fucking knee, said, where's my hug at? Kept demanding sex over I didn't think it was this bad. I'm really sorry, bro. I'm really sorry, ladies. I'm really sorry, fellas. I'm really sorry. God almighty.
Which he knows. He kept trying to shove it in me. I kept pushing his dick away, just repeating, I'm not having sex without lube, I'm not having sex without lube. Jerking off onto me, moaning about how long he'd dreamt about it.
I'm sorry, but this Daniel Green guy, oh my God, bro. Send him to Guantanamo Bay. Send him to Guantanamo Bay, bro. Send him to Guantanamo Bay. Send him to Guantanamo B-A-Y. Oh my God. Moaning. Niggas are jacking off and moaning.
It was fucking disgusting.
So in the end, he didn't fuck her. He just wanked. Not he just, but in the end, he didn't fuck her because she kept resisting, and then instead he jacked off on her, and I guess finished on her too. I'm assuming while she was half asleep. Lock him up.
The shit he said I was half asleep and on drugs. I didn't fucking want it. He told me he wanted to take me on a friendship trip. He told me he wanted to spoil me as a friend.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl, man. You're too old for this, man. Come on, girl. You're too old for this. You're too old to fall for this. I want to take you on a friend trip. Not to excuse what he done. Not to excuse anything of what he's been accused of doing. Bury him under the jail. Cover that fucking ground with adamantium, right? Cover it with nuclear waste. Bury him under all of that shit. But come on, girl. A friend trip. You believe that? And spoil you. Okay.
We agreed beforehand we were just friends. He turned up at midnight and immediately went against his word.
So that what? They were staying in the same place? They were staying in the same room? You guys both met at Las Vegas when she was going to get a tattoo. He flew out there and they stayed in the same room on a friendship trip. Okay.
I didn't have time to fucking think. Anyway, I reached out to his girlfriend because I felt like shit. And I know what it's like to be cheated on, and it fucking sucks.
What? You think she's gonna be bothered that she got cheated on, as opposed to he abused you? What a weird way to frame that. Oh, he cheated on you, by the way. Cheated? Didn't you say he fucking tried to fuck you by force? Isn't that way more of a, like, I don't know, maybe for a girl, isn't that way more of a heinous crime to report to a girl than to say he cheated on you? Cheated? You're kind of minimizing. I don't know.
She replied and asked me for the truth. She asked me,
Naomi, for 2 years, what exactly went on behind my back between you two? I would like to at least hear your words too. But this is normal though, isn't it? This is standard. Women are the worst when it comes to sort of stuff anyway. Women like to talk about this like female unity. It doesn't really exist. There's loads of abusers that have girlfriends or have wives and families. And there's also loads of women who would date abusers and make excuses for them or turn the other way. Look the other way. Or sometimes gaslight the abuser or gaslight the victim. This is standard, to be fair. Standard women. I don't really know why this is the case. I'm sure psychologically there's something going on there. Maybe it's the guy manipulating both people. But I have seen in a lot of instances where a guy's done something sex, essay, grape in that kind of area, and a woman has approached the other woman to say, hey, your boyfriend, your husband did this to me. Usually the women are very defensive and dismissive. Maybe it's difficult because the person that you love and has been accused of something very heinous and you're like, you don't believe it. But I've seen this like a common thing that happens. The automatic response is like, no, it didn't happen. You're the one that tried to wreck my household. You're trying to take my man away. As a woman, you should have done that. It's like, what? Like, we were both into it. Like, well, he done that to me. Like, what are you talking about? Because like I said before, I've never understood why it's not as big as a red flag in real life. Because on the internet, people make it seem like, the R word or being an essay is really bad. But in the real world, it doesn't really seem like the consequences are that grave. As long as you get away with being on a sex register, like there's even women who have boyfriends who are on the sex offenders register. And you'd think, if a guy is on a sex offenders register, that's like an automatic like X. Like, no way. But girls can somehow forgive that. So I like, or turn a blind eye to somebody that's got like R-word allegations. Like, huh? Are you not afraid it might happen to you?
for the truth. I was at the airport when I received that message. I headed home to send her the truth. By the time I got home, she had asked me to leave her alone.
Whoa! Hold on. Is she doing that thing where she's purposely leaving bits out of the story because it doesn't fit her narrative? Because it sounds like they maybe had a thing. I don't know. Again, I watched the whole thing, which doesn't negate her abuse. It doesn't negate what she went through, but it does sound like they may have had a thing prior. They may have hooked up a few times, and then she changed her mind and didn't want to hook up with him anymore, and said, "Let's just be friends." Cool, but that isn't what she's saying. You know, she's making it seem like the first time they met in person was in Las Vegas, and the first time they met, he immediately SA'd her, which isn't the natural progression of things. The natural progression of things was that they probably date, or they probably hooked up a few times because she's some like book person too, I'm assuming, because they sit in the same space. He probably fucks her because of that, or because they're friends, who knows? And then it turned sour. But why not just mention it? Why leave it out? Because now people are going to start thinking you're lying, you know? When she probably isn't lying. Let's see. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but I get the feeling she's like leaving bits out of the story. Why did the girlfriend respond that way? Why did she ask you for the truth and then tell you to leave her alone?
I completely understood. So I respected that and I left her alone. A handful of days later, she reached out to me again to call me a
Oh, big up young old vibes. Yes. She reached out to bust him for cheating. Girlfriend said whatever. She started being a stalker. She screamed grape. Huh. 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 I would go a step further. I think they were both complicit in the cheating. I think they both enjoyed fucking each other behind the girlfriend's back. And then it turned sour when maybe this girl caught feelings or she said no more. But I think they were both into it. I think so. And maybe into it the type of way that she's saying. Maybe this like half asleep thing. Maybe this half asleep thing was a kink, because it sounds like a weird progression to go from like to go into like, I don't know, or maybe it's not a weird progression to go from like the airport, the airplane, straight to the Airbnb and trying to fuck her when she's sleeping. That screams like familiarity, you know? And we don't see the full text messages either. I don't know, man. I don't doubt what happened, but I don't know why she leaves out details, because it's making me look at this a bit.
Vile, despicable human being. It was that message that made it very clear to me that she had been asking him for the truth, and he was still
the message she sent to her, this Kayla girl. I feel like I finally know the truth, or the full truth. You both are vile, despicable human beings to do this to another person. Over the years, I'm revolted by the mere sight of you. Wow. Strong words from the girlfriend.
Lying. There's no way in fucking hell you do that to me, and then you...
That's a good point, Manny Holden. Being a graper is a different pathology than us normal guys. It's impossible to put ourselves in their heads. Yeah, that's really true. That's very true. To put ourselves in the head of a rapist or to put ourselves in the head of a victim is near and impossible. But I'm just asking questions that are coming to my mind based on what she's saying. You know, unfortunately. But maybe this is how it happens. When you go through a traumatic experience, you by default leave bits out because they're so traumatic. But the gaps in the story, or maybe the progression, isn't making sense to me, you know? To go from the plane to like straight up trying to stick your dick in her, especially when she got this condition, which she probably knows about, is odd. Oh, look. So it says here, we were not having an affair. He was begging me for one. I talked him down from cheating multiple times. That still counts as an affair though, innit? Am I wrong for saying that? That still counts as an affair, no? If you guys kept in contact and he was talking to you in a way that he wanted to like have something more than friendship, but you kept talking to him, entertaining that chat to a certain extent, meeting him in Las Vegas, staying in the same room. I don't know. If I'm the girlfriend, I'm pissed at you too. You played a part in it. You could have cut it off by not talking to him anymore, but you kept talking to him anyway. I don't know, man. That sounds like you were complicit. Not that she deserves what happened, but that it also counts as cheating, no? I don't get why she snitched on the girlfriend though. Because you're already like you're not a noble person in this. Like, you're complicit. What did she think the girlfriend was gonna say? The girlfriend's response was fairly, like, it makes complete sense. Like why are you coming to me now when you've been talking to this guy in this way behind my back for 2 years? You might as well fucked him then. I don't know, man. I think the girlfriend has every right to like treat this woman like a dog. I'm not gonna lie. There's not a lot of she's not a girly girl, that's for sure. This lady isn't a girly girl. She's not one of the girls.
Fucking scapegoat. Jesus Christ.
I talked him down from cheating. It was always the conventions that got him. Hold on, is she saying she talked him down for cheating? Like, he texted her one time when he was at the convention. So every time he went to book conventions, he would text this girl and say, "Oh my god, I got this room. I got this girl back in my room. I'm about to fuck her." And then this girl would tell her, "Don't fuck her. You got a girlfriend or something." Is that what she's trying to say? Or is she trying to say he was talking to her like he wanted to fuck, and she had to convince him, "Hey, you got a girlfriend. Don't fuck me. Fuck your girlfriend." I don't know. I'm confused.
Fucking disgusting. So, because she had once asked me for the truth and made it blatantly clear she had been asking him for it and that he was still lying, I sent her 8 pages that I had written, because this is how I fucking deal with shit. If I have something to say with somebody...
I've done this for friends and family. If I have something to say, I get it down and I make them listen. You write essays for your friends.
I write it down.
This might be worse than a voice note, I'm not gonna lie. Giving me an essay to share me your feelings might be worse than an unsolicited voice note over a minute long. Send me a fucking voice note. I already hate those things, but don't you dare send me a fucking essay.
Listen. This was written and read to Daniel weeks before all of this. 8 pages. 1.5 pages of this was me calling him out for the way he had been treating me for 3 years. And 6.5 pages was me calling him out.
Yo, big up Booth McGee. Tough because it comes like we're siding with a dude. Nah, no one's here siding with a dude. Let me be categorical with that shit. No one here is siding with Daniel Green. That nigga probably did that shit. In all probability, that nigga did that shit. He did what this girl is alleging he did. The issue that I'm having is that she's trying to make it seem like she was a completely innocent victim. But she played some part in this. Not that she's deserving of it, but she was complicit in the affair, let's just say. Not in the abuse, but in the affair ahead of time. Because she's making it seem like, she's also making it, she's not even saying that they had a friendship. Like, did she mention that they were friends? That they spoke to each other on, off and on for a while? She's making it seem like the first time they met was in Las Vegas, where she goes to get her tattoos done. And then he walked into the room while she was half asleep and tried to put his dick inside of her. That's not what technically happened. They had a somewhat flirty relationship over text beforehand. Then they met in person and it went to where it went to. But that detail in the beginning is also important for the context of the story, especially because she's trying to like make the girlfriend look nuts as well. And I think the girlfriend's reaction is perfectly reasonable, no? Like, go fuck yourself. Why are you trying to come to me woman to woman when you've been talking to my boyfriend behind my back for 2 years? You know? I think the girlfriend has every right to treat her like a dog. Even though she doesn't deserve it, she has every right to, because you were talking to him behind my back when you had a girlfriend for 2 years, no? Come on, man. Guys going to Las Vegas and staying in the same room with somebody on a friend trip. Letting somebody that's your friend spoil you when he's got a girlfriend. Would you be happy if your boyfriend did that? Like, what is this girl on, man? Like, she's definitely, what she suffered happened. Daniel Green's a fucking creep. and I probably won't be able to watch his content again and look him the same way. But she's also omitting a lot of things out of this story.
For his behavior in relationships and all the shit that he had been saying and doing behind his partner's back for 2 years. I had proof that I...
We got Tony FM. If you believe this friend trip shit, I'm envious of you. I wish I was still so naive. What do you mean if I believe it? What do you think happened, Tony FM? She showed a text message where he said to her, like, I want to take you on a friend trip. What do you think happened then? What am I naive on? What am I getting wrong? What do you think happened? Do you think they actually agreed to fuck or something? And she's lying about that. But because it says in black and white, yes, we're going on a friend trip. I'm gonna, whatchamacallit? I'm gonna spoil you. Woo!
I fucking fought for her. I had proof that I fought for their relationship. I begged him to fucking talk to her.
Ah, okay, I agree. I agree with that. Big up Tony FM. Ah, okay. I get you. Yeah, you're probably right. Not you, AZ, Manny. I believe the friend trip is both of them setting up a hookup. And then she had second thoughts, hoping he would dump his girlfriend. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that to be true. Because she already mentioned that she moved to another country and then found out her boyfriend was a cheating, lying scumbag. So maybe she has previous for liking guys like Daniel Green. Guys that are complete dogs, innit? Maybe she has a tendency to like those type of dudes. And maybe she did see him as a potential boyfriend. Or just a friend. And was maybe disappointed that he didn't break up with a girlfriend. But either way, there's so many gaps in this story. But, you know, I guess the long and short of it is that Daniel Green's a creep.
For 2 fucking years. Only to have him lie to get me alone, pressure me into sexual things that he agreed wouldn't happen, and then go home and use me as a scapegoat. She wanted the truth.
Ah, so Daniel Green went, but you can't blame him for that. He's fighting for his life. Daniel Green went home and blamed her, or said it was consensual or something. Okay, but you can't, like, what do you expect him to say? Say it was him that abused you. He's obviously not gonna lie. He's obviously not gonna tell the truth. If he's been cheating on his girlfriend behind his back all these years, why is he suddenly gonna go home and admit, oh yeah, I'm the one that initiated it. Oh yeah, I'm the one that tried to stick my dick in her while she was half asleep. He's of course gonna make it seem like you did it.
Truth, he was still lying. He said she deserved to know everything. Okay? He said she deserved to know everything, and by golly did I agree. In fact, I had 8 pages of proof that I had been telling him that for 2 fucking years. So I sent it to her. If he had truly told her everything, this shouldn't have made a fucking difference, but it looks like it did. And in case he is denying having ever heard this, here is the exact date and time I told him about it.
I've had some time to figure out my thoughts and write them down. Let me know when you can talk again. I probably won't have time tomorrow, but the days after I have. Okay, sounds good. Want to put something in the calendar? For sure. Today I'm free till 2 p.m. Let me know. Would you have any time left? Okay.
Exact date and time I followed up about it, and the exact date and time we had that call. He thanked me for this. He thanked me on call, which I obviously don't have proof of.
Yo, Bill Wingus
Did
McDingus.
you ever find the funny Joe Rogan clip?
Anyway, Bill Wingus McDingus, thank you for that break. I think we're gonna leave it there. I do believe her. I think fundamentally, even though there's holes in her story, I think the fundamental truth of the matter is that they agreed to meet somewhere. He arrived late while she was sleeping, and he tried to fuck her, and she said no, and he repeatedly continued to do so, which is already abuse, which is already a line too far. And of course, you're not asking consent. And then he finished on her by, jacking off on her and shit, which is fucking wild. So those simple details of the story, kind of synthesizing it down to those simple details, means that Daniel Green's a piece of shit, Even if all the other bits of the story are what they are, I think the main crux of it is that he did not listen to her when she said no. He still persisted and still carried on, So this is it. I'm surprised, to be honest, but I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, because I think Maybe because I just watch. Maybe because I just read books, and I don't really talk to people like that. I don't really have a community around it. You know, I just go on YouTube, get my recommendations. I listen to podcasts. I buy stuff on Amazon. I'm always checking stuff on Goodreads, but I'm not really trying to look or find people to talk to and hang out with. But I guess the book world, the literary world, the book convention world, the sci-fi world, the fantasy world, it is full of some freaky people, probably. If I actually went to one, I probably would be amazed at how many people are a bit, freaky and maybe fucking each other and doing weird shit. So this is probably not uncommon. It's just unfortunate that this was a very distressing situation for her and wasn't the most consensual or great experience. And it's also disappointing for people like myself who are fans of Daniel Green to hear what he gets up to behind closed doors. But I definitely believe her, for sure. I definitely believe her. And yeah, man, let's see what happens, innit? Let's see what happens. Let's see what fucking happens. But God almighty, what a horrendous story. What a horrendous story. Anyway, moving on. Let's do some Fire and the Kid stuff. I've got some notes from the Fire and the Kid previous episode, then we're going to watch a new one. So I've got some notes for the Fire and the Kid episode number 1062. We're going to go through some timestamp, and then we're going to watch the new episode, okay? Cool. Let's do it! Big up Radio Stream chat that's hanging in there. Please make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel, help a brother out, subscribe, join if you want to become a member. I'm trying to hit 1,000 members by the end of this year. Help a brother out, join, subscribe, Discord, comment, all that good stuff. Let's freaking go.
This is really
The Fighter and the Kid. Let's go, the best podcast in the world.
The Fighter and the Kid.
By the way, the start, they're going to start sucking off Rogan. This clip, I titled it, Sucking Off Rogan. Let's go. Let's hear the suck off.
I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of things to talk about.
You had our time in Austin was nice. We had dinner together.
Yep, with our dear friend, a guy named Joe Rogan.
Joseph Rogan.
Oh, again with the Joseph, man. Stop it. Someone needs to ask him, why are you continually calling Joe Joseph? What is it, this like fake familiarity when you're actually familiar with him? Why are you trying to act like you know him better or give him a pet name in order to make it look like you guys are really jovial and like, huh? Oh yeah.
In a pink sweater.
He paid for dinner. How crazy is that? I was like,
it's
no.
always awkward. Don't you feel like a bitch?
No, I don't.
Oh, I do.
No, he has fuck you money.
That's the clearest example of old money and new money. Old money never feels guilty about anything. Really rich people, I'm sure some of you guys have encountered it, or you maybe have people in your family, or you're rich yourself. You would know really rich people, like old money people, love free things. They love free things. They love not to pay. That's how they're really wealthy. Rich people pay because they think paying is like a form of showing off their richness. But wealthy people try to get things for free all the time. So the fact that Cannon snapped back and said, no, I didn't feel guilty at all or bad for how Rogan paid for our entire dinner and drinks and flights and accommodation. I felt nothing. He's got the money to do it and he did it. He offered, so he did it. That's what happens. That's what happened. But, as Josie, big up Josie in the stream chat, as Josie has both eloquently put, Rogan should pay for everything. You know? He got maybe, if we believe Bert Kreischer and his big mouth, Rogan got 300 million, the first Spotify deal, and the second Spotify deal they re-upped, he got 200 mil. So if we're being conservative on the low end, he got 400 million out of Spotify alone. Not including his sponsors, not including tours, not including Netflix money, not including on-it sales, not including any money that I guess made it the mothership, not including all of that shit. He got, at the low end, 400 million out of Spotify. At the high end, 600 million out of Spotify. He should probably pay for everything. He should probably do it. But to be fair to Rogan, one of the best things I love about him, or one of the things I like about him, is that from early on, you would always hear that he's very generous like that. When it comes to dinners and shit. He loves to pay. He loves to make sure everybody has a good time. I think his kind of method or his mindset is that he wants to go eat at a restaurant. Like, I think he just wants a company. He wants a company, so he'd rather he pay for everything so he can have company in a restaurant he wants to eat at. Then his friends dictate where they should eat based on their budget, which is going to affect his enjoyment, you know? Which I feel like, hey, I want to eat at this really good steak place. If you don't have money, don't worry. I'll cover it. Just come with me and keep me company. Let's hang out. Let's talk, which is really good. I love that he does that. And it sounds like when it comes to guests, he flies everybody in. From what they said, he buys their tickets, he buys their flights, covers ground transport, which is all really good. And it makes it super easy for guests to appear. So you're not trying to, like, you know, it's no expense out of your pocket. You just go there and have a good time. I think that's a really fucking good idea. But I love how Callen was like, I don't feel guilty at all for receiving free shit from Rogan. And Brendan was like, yeah, I do. That's the difference between old money and new money. IMO.
Yeah, and he
still
would not allow you. I've tried at times, and he goes, "Stop that right now."
Yeah, it almost insults him. I've tried many of times.
Many of times. I've tried many times, not many of times. Yo, big up Chris Mack in the chat. Wagwan G. To be honest, sometimes I pay for people I don't even like. It's just what you're supposed to do if you're able to. Exactly. You know what? I'm really thankful for a few things I say all the time. I'm thankful that now looking back on it, I'm thankful that I was brought up in a Christian household and we're very conservative, and my family or my parents were extremely controlling and demanding and nitpicky and stuff, because it kind of led to me starting drinking and doing drugs really late in life, which I think has kind of saved me, because I am a pretty obsessive, hyperactive person. So if I would have started that shit earlier, I would have been a fucking mess by now. I'm still a mess now, but I would have been more than a mess now if I started early. So I'm thankful that happened. I'm also thankful that my parents from early, even though we didn't have a lot of money, my parents would always give me, like, I don't know, 20 quid for my birthday. And then she would say, hey, go buy you and your friends some ice cream. That's why I remember my parents always saying to me, here's some money, go buy you and your friends something. Whether it was McDonald's, whether it was Subway back in the day when that first opened, whether it's Nando's. I always remember having the idea of, like, take your friends out. Take your friends out to eat. Pay for something. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So it was never odd to me that if I wanted to hang out with my friends or whatever, I would always pay. And even if it was somebody I didn't like, just like, hey, just some kind of whatever. Like, the situation, cool, like, make it easy, cool, I'll cover this. You know what I mean? And that's a really good thing. And now I have a really small circle of friends, but we do that for each other all the time. Do you know what I mean? If somebody's down bad, you cover them on one thing. If whatever, you know, just make it easy so you're not fiddling around on the table trying to split things and add things on the calculator. Like, don't worry, man. I'll cover it. Just send me the half later. I'll send you a Monzo request later. It's not that deep. Like, just cover it. Do you know what I mean? It's all well and good. Like, make it simple.
He'll order a bottle of wine, that Silverado, like special edition Silverado.
Exactly God's favorite. Exactly God's favorite. Everybody eats. Exactly God's favorite.
It doesn't matter.
No.
So delicious. You just whatever.
The most disappointing part is we had to drive from the restaurant to the studio in his Tesla.
How about that Tesla?
Oh,
I got
this anti-electric thing as well. It's just like, oh, boring, bro, boring. Like, but Brendan has shown how easy it is to create a personality around something that wasn't your personality a year ago. You know, he has shown how easy it is. If you just keep repeating something. If you just keep repeating something ad nauseum, if you just keep repeating something, people will just eventually believe it's part of your mythos. It's a part of your narrative. It's a part of your brand. It's a part, whatever. You know, that's what he's done. A year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, he wasn't talking about electric cars or how against them he was. Now he's the anti-electric car guy, and that's the only thing he talks about every time. So now what? That's part of your brand. That's part of your identity. Okay.
Don't listen.
Still doesn't do it for me.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I told Rogan that though.
The interior, the interior.
Tough guy.
Cool.
Tough guy. I told Rogan I didn't like his souped up Tesla. Ooh, bad boy.
The wrap.
I wonder if they get extra. I wonder if they think they get extra points if they disagree with Rogan, because most people suck him off. I wonder if that's like a thing in Rogan's friendship group. If you disagree with him, you tell all your friends, like, by the way, I told Rogan I didn't like his car. And everyone's like, wow, what, really? You know, because no one ever tells him they don't like something that he does because they want to be his friend so bad.
The wide base, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm quoting him.
No, yeah,
I like that big screen.
It's a wide body Tesla. Yeah, the screen.
That's a
It's
nice
what
sedan.
Teslas do, screens.
I kind of want the sedan now when I move to Oustin. You know,
It's AU.
Yeah, by the way, big up Gamebred Footballer. Bappa can't even buy his staff lunch. I would love to know. The amount of times Bappa has covered lunch for the staff for TFATK Studios. I would love to know how often he has covered lunches for Thick Boy Studios. I bet you the number would surprise a lot of us. It might be less than 10, maybe even less than 5. The amount of times he's actually covered lunch. He's actually got lunch. Hey guys, I'm gonna get some pizzas. Hey guys, I'm gonna get some burgers or whatever. I bet you he's done that less than 5 times. I bet you. Yo, big up NJ Ranger.
Only bad luck Bappa would try to conservative grift via anti-EV sentiment when the point guard of the current conservative regime is an EV magnate.
Exactly. Not only an EV magnate, basically, he revolutionized EV. He brought them into some level of prominence. If anything, Tesla is probably Elon Musk's best company. It's probably the only one that's legit, really, long term. The only really one that's gonna probably, stand the test of time, you'd imagine. And it's actually good. Maybe the prices are over, they charge a little bit too much for what they make if you compare them to some of their Chinese competitors. Like, I'm actually wondering, do you think America will ever get rid of the tariffs? Do you think America will ever get rid of the tariffs and allow those China EVs to be sold in America? Because I think that would actually improve the EV market in America if Tesla had actual competition from, like, was it NIO and BYD and Zeekr and shit? Because those guys are making great EVs for like 10 grand, 20 grand. If they were able to sell those cars in America without crazy fucking markups, it might actually improve EVs across the board. Because you have proper competition there. Because now, Tesla has a monopoly in North America, basically. I wonder if that's ever going to be the case. Yeah, yo, big up Chris Mack. Yeah, man, having people being excluded and feeling left out isn't just cool. I don't know, everyone feels that they makes it for a better environment and being alone when everyone gets a seat at a table. Yeah, I don't like having people left out, but I'm also not the type of person, like, I like to cover things for people, but if I don't have any money, I'm just not going out. I'm not that person also. So I'm a bit weird in that way. I advocate for that, making sure your friends are looked after, but I don't want anyone to look after me. If I can't eat, I just won't go out. If I don't have the money to eat out, I just won't go out anyway. I don't really believe in going out and asking people for a free dinner, That's a little bit wild. A little bit wild for me, but,
STIN. You fucking...
Austin. It's not Austin.
Austin.
It's not Austin.
That's some shit I would do. But I mean, if you're going to get a Tesla, that's probably the one. It's so fucking fast.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that, but yeah, we'll see. Now, I'm just...
I hate it. My Demon's faster than a quarter mile.
What's that?
My Demon's faster than a quarter mile.
I don't think that's true.
It is. His is 0 to 60 in 1.9.
Yeah.
I'm at 1.
I wonder why he has that Demon, but it's just to have a car. It seems like a weird car to have in his lineup of cars, right? He's got these pickup trucks and a Hummer, and then he's got like a Dodge Demon in lime green. I wonder if he's got that because it's a good... I wonder if that's part of it as well. Cars nowadays being good investments, because that car, isn't that Dodge Demon like limited edition? So maybe if you buy it, it's a way for you to kind of secure your money. And it's like how people would buy gold and shit or jewelry as a way to sort of like, put their money away somewhere. Maybe that's part of it, because it seems like a weird car for like a guy that has a family to have, A guy with 3 kids has like a Dodge Demon and a Hummer and a Ford whatever. Huh.
6.
You
what
have
it
a
is.
Demon?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a car you don't have no clue about.
You have one?
Yeah.
Your Demon.
That lime
Is
green
that
car?
a thing? Big up Young about. Is that a thing? There's a new electric Dodge Demon. Really? Is that a thing? Electric Dodge Demon. I never heard of this. Is that true? Bada bing. Oh, is that it? Is that true? Is that real? Wow. Is that real? Is that fucking real? Or is that a mock-up? Huh. The most electric cars are quiet. Is that actually real? That looks fucking wild. You know what I don't like about electric cars, by the way, especially the ones that are not made by Tesla? It's the fucking rims. Why they make the rims like that? Why all electric cars have those type of like cyberpunk rims? Like, what's with that? Just make normal rims. Why do they have to look? They look electric, you know? The rims look electric. But this is really fucking beautiful. Fucking hell, look at that. That looks beastly. Holy shit. That looks really fucking beastly. I love that. Okay, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that in the slightest. And I guess Brendan's ones, is it lime green, right? Yeah, lime green. Ugh. That's the one that Brendan has, this one. Lime green Dodge. So maybe the reason why it has it is like it's because it's limited edition and you can kind of make some money off of it. Maybe. It's a 2023 Dodge SRT. Let's see. Is it limited edition? Is it? I think so. It should be with that color, right? It should be limited edition. Maybe that's why he has it, to make some money off it. How much is the Dodge limited edition? The ordering opens up on March. Black paint option for interiors. So I think it's limited edition. I think, yeah, it does say limited edition here. Limited edition. Let's see how many made. Let's see if I type. Let's see if it shows me how many of it. How many? Let's see. How many of these were made? Let's see. Production is limited to 3,300 at most, based on production capacity, with 300 destined for Canada. So it's look at 3,000 basically. Okay, fair. That's probably why he bought it, I'm assuming, as a way to kind of, you know, make some money. Let's continue here.
This is called Sublime Green.
That goes 1.6.
1,025 horsepower from the factory.
Is that right? I don't know. Are you telling me?
You know cars, so you would know, right? No, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
1.6. It's faster than the Plaid.
Yeah. 0-60-1.6.
Does it hold that speed?
That's the quarter mile chin. Goes 0 to 60. Type in 0 to 60. Oh, there it is. 0 to 60 in 1.66 seconds.
Oh my God.
Now.
Yikes.
Now. That's if you get traction, and that's. So when you see those.
By the way, those kids' voices are his kids, isn't it? Maybe money is running out, isn't it, guys? Maybe money is actually running out. You hear his kids in the studio way more than before. So maybe there is no nanny. Maybe that's why Slojo is actually legitimately tired all the time. Maybe she's actually having to look after the kids. Maybe they don't have enough money like they did before to have nannies around the clock helping them out 5 days a week. Because you hear the kids in the background. You can hear them playing in the background with Chin and shit.
Numbers, that's with a professional driver.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's a ridiculous speed, though.
Oh, it's stupid. Yeah.
So, in other words, with non-professional, it'd be 2.6 seconds?
No, that big of a jump, but maybe 2. But even with Rogan, he ain't going 1.8, 1.9 in that.
Right.
What's up, boss? Yeah, 1.99.
Yeah,
but yeah, if you're gonna get a test, yeah, it's so.
Do you really notice the 0.4 seconds, 0.04 seconds the difference?
No, dude, if your car.
Anyway, you get the point. Sucking off Rogan, had a good time, but let's make sure we speak bad about Rogan's cars to make it sure that we have our own minds and we're not just all ruled by the shit that Rogan does. Cool. Let's continue. Let's talk about this clip here, which is at 3:24, which features Brian shouting out his Eagles. Obviously, he's just trolling after they won the Super Bowl, and Brendan getting really angry that he's now bandwagon jumping, which is funny because this is what Brendan used to always do. But now he's getting angry that Brian Callen's doing it and now becoming a Eagles fan after he supported the Chiefs, even though they lost the Super Bowl. So let's play this clip.
It's interesting. I just want to shout out to my Eagles.
No.
I just want to shout out to.
But you know what's weird?
Team.
It's not just Brian. Like my dad too. It's like an older guy thing, cuck thing. So it's like this weird thing where they're like, I've like the.
Calling your dad a cuck is wild, by the way. Calling your dad a cuck so you can impress your like office wife, all right? Your work wife is wild. It's also kind of wild to bring your kids to the office, knowing full well that you're fucking one of your staff members, allegedly. It's pretty intense, right? she has to look at those kids. Like, that's why she might be a real legend of a girl. If it's true what's been put out there about Sanaz and Bappa maybe, you know, bumping cheeks, and she sometimes looks after the kids while they're at work with Bappa, that is some cold-hearted shit. You know, to be okay with just being the side piece and also talking to the kids, hanging out with the kids and shit. Woo!
Softer men of America started. No, it just is, B. I'm not even trying to make fun of you. It's just like the softer males in America started gravitating towards the Chiefs after like Kelsey got with Taylor Swift. Now all of a sudden,
Okay, cool. Yo, big up Gamebred. What's that? What Gamebred football there? His dad watched Papa's mum being pumped. Yeah, exactly. Basically.
No, I wasn't doing that.
It is. No, you are. So it's like this softer males.
Please don't say softer male.
It's just a soft thing.
No,
it's just
bro.
soft thing. It is. And it's
Bro,
like
come on,
people
man.
that never were into football, all of a sudden they're Chiefs fans because they're winning, and Taylor Swift and Pfizer.
I was just
it's like this weird.
Bro, I was just
hold
calling
on. It's like this weird vortex of cocks.
No.
We're like, oh, I've been.
Is that true though, by the way? Or is he just projecting because he doesn't like fucking Travis Kelce? Are all Chief fans cucks? Or is it because people don't like Pat Mahomes or his wife and shit? I've not really heard this to be the case. Everyone that supports the Chiefs is a cuck. Huh?
Been a Chiefs fan.
No, bro.
Like when my
please.
dad texted me yesterday, "Go Chiefs," am I right? I went, "Hey, bro, we're from Denver.
Bro.
We hate the Chiefs."
But bro,
If you're from Denver, why do you own a jersey from like every fucking football or sporting franchise under the sun? Doesn't he own like Lakers merch and shit? What are you doing wearing Lakers merch? What connection do you have with the Lakers apart from living in Los Angeles? Like what? You're from Denver then. He has literally every jersey under the sun. Every single jersey. Every team. Minor league baseball teams. NFL teams. Soccer teams. Like what?
I'm just saying.
And he goes, "No, they're part of our conference, so I cheer for them." I'm like, "You can never
Get 'em.
That's like being a CU Buff and cheering for Nebraska. I don't care if they're out of the conference. We never root for them.
But you can't make me a cuck because I was.
No, it'd be a thing if you were into football, but
Yeah.
it's this.
Well, I am into football.
You're not.
No.
I know what a-
you're not though.
I know what a play
No,
action
you have
is
no
now
clue.
and all that.
Look how droopy his lids are. Whoever did that lid surgery for Brian really did scam him, innit? Whoever did his lid surgery scammed him, or lid surgery needs to be constantly topped up. Because look at his lids. Look at his eyelids. They're literally sagging. Like he's trying to force to keep his eyes open. Look at that, bro. It's completely shutting off his eyes. Or closing them off towards the ends there.
No, it's this cuck vortex energy where it just brought all these soft males into the game.
GLES.
No,
It-
that's
it-
not even the song.
No.
You don't even know the fight.
Guys, I'm an Eagle. My wife is a huge Eagles fan.
But you know what I'm saying? It like brought all these weird like cucks into
stop saying cuck.
No, it is.
Stop saying-
into this football
don't
universe.
drag
Because like
cucks out.
Taylor Swift, you're like, whoa,
No, I'm not into Taylor.
dude.
I'm not into Taylor Swift.
By the way, have you noticed how much more passionately and how much more enthusiastically Brendan talks about football ever since Sena started at TFATK? Have you guys noticed that? Or is it just me? He talks very passionately about football now. He was never this passionate about football. Never really cared that much, it didn't seem. Was always giving service level analysis and shit. But now he's getting into the minutiae of fans and who's annoying and this and that, remembering dates and teams. It seems like she has awoken something in him, innit? It seems like all that gooning, it seems like all that ferging has awoken something inside of him. The spirit of his football days has awoken, and he's now fully back on the football tip. Funny that.
And then they're like, they're gonna dominate. I'm like, not if Jalen Hurts gets going. They're gonna shut down Saquon Barkley. Oh, because I've watched football for 30 years. You cucks just came over. Patrick Mahomes, the best of all time.
I don't speak that way. I don't speak that
Hold
way.
on. Do we not remember the argument
Yeah.
where our boy Brian Callen kept saying, Patrick Mahomes is the best of all time? Look at Patrick.
Look how they sound like each other as well. They're starting to even sound like each other. They're starting to even talk the same. She's backing up Brendan against Brian. Wow, man. If they haven't fucked, they're definitely very close. That's for sure.
numbers, and you were arguing.
Now, hold
with
on.
Brendan. No,
For
no,
an
you were
hour.
arguing with
Hold
Brendan
on.
and I over Josh
I
Allen.
have-
Let her finish.
We were arguing with Brendan and I. Ooh, Brendan and I.
Won the MVP.
Josh Allen won
Brendan.
MVP.
Who won the league MVP?
Josh Allen.
Okay, but
Thank you.
Just a minute. If you notice, and we can rewind the tape.
We have the tape.
Halfway through the season, I went, y'all sleeping on the Eagles. Because I'm
No.
from Texas now.
No.
No, you never
I know,
said
I
that.
said,
Your wife
I
might
said,
have said
y'all
that.
sleeping on the Eagles. And I go, I think the Eagles. And I did that. And you guys were like, get the fuck out of here. Now, here's the thing.
Dude, they were picked to win the Super. They were favored. They're so good.
They're good.
They're stacked.
They're good.
And then when the way they drafted, they're stacked. They were good last year. And then with their draft and their free agents, they get Saquon Barkley.
I didn't pay attention.
Fucking
the point is,
Steve, no
please
clue.
don't.
I love her. I love his little like approval looks over at Sanaz. He does the same thing he does with Rogan. He looks over at Sanaz just to see if she's like, is that right? Right? Am I a football guy? Do I have good knowledge? Do I have the information? Do I have the right statistics? The right stats? The right information?
Don't call
No,
me.
it's a cuck thing.
No, stop saying cuck.
It is.
No.
It is.
And also,
it's
drag it out to you.
It's that same type of cuck energy that who likes the Chiefs for whatever reason. They also love the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, they love them.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know those guys.
No, it's weird. I know it's so weird. But they like
Calling other people cucks and essentially calling them like, you know, a bunch of sticks because they like whatever they like, and then crushing your legs like that when you're on the podcast is funny, isn't it? Being this like judgmental about people, essentially calling some men like beta males when you sit like this on the podcast every single episode is absolutely hilarious, right? When you say also and you say episode, right? It's really interesting when you have that, when you're that judgmental and that critical about people, but you sit like this. Interesting.
It's like the same type of dude who's not really a dude, but they want to get involved with like the coolness.
How much worse has it gotten since Jimmy Butler went?
You guys aren't even listening to my
because they don't know who Jimmy Butler is.
Not yet.
All they know.
He didn't get what her reference was. He didn't get the reference. That's why he said nah. But he didn't get what she was trying to say.
All they know is the Golden State Warriors have been good for a while. So and then obviously the Chiefs have been good. So then they just kind of like try to jump in the like around the.
Yo, big up Mazza. Did Sinaz ever get her UK kebab? I have no idea, brother. You have to ask her about that. I have no idea what kebabs Sinaz has or doesn't have.
Water cooler, like I'm just like you.
No, that's not me, guys. Because I don't like Taylor Swift. I'm not saying.
No, it's not just you, but you were part of it. It's not just you. It's just this, and so it made me go, "Oh, fuck the Chiefs."
No, I was looking at.
And when my dad texted me, "Go Chiefs," my brother was watching Super Bowl with him. I went, "Oh my god, I never want to see a team get their ass whipped so bad." And within the first fucking drive, I went, "Well, this is over."
Expert analysis, by the way. Expert analysis.
UFC 312 in the Super Bowl, exact same.
Well, we have to admit that first
round
drive,
after
they were like, the refs gave it to the
drive.
Chiefs
Oh
again.
my god! First drive, first round of main event. Went, oh, they're over. I can literally go home and sleep and tell you the results.
Yeah,
this is over.
Did it annoy you that Travis Kelce being funny with his 70s look?
No. Oh, Bubba,
no.
it's that cuck fucking energy. He has the same stylist as Taylor Swift
really
now.
Annoying.
And so they go, Travis, you're at a different level now. Do you mind if we touch your hair? And
That's
he goes, sure, let's do it.
Really?
And then he's sitting there.
What was so bad about his haircut or his outfit? Don't all football players wear very outlandish outfits for the Super Bowl anyway? That's all part of the fun, though. You get dressed by a designer, you get a stylist in, you do your hair and makeup maybe a different way. Like, why was that such a big deal? I don't really understand why people were making such a big deal out of the outfit. Yes, it was a bit ridiculous because I think the sad thing is he didn't have a change of clothes. I think I saw a picture of him in the same outfit leaving the stadium. So he clearly had the same clothes on, hoping that if they won, it'd be a great party suit, but they didn't. So it's quite embarrassing to go home like that after a sporting event and not win. But I don't see the problem in like wearing what he wore, to be fair.
Drop 2 fucking balls.
That's a bummer.
Acting all mad.
That's what happens when you get a little too big for your britches.
Stop it.
He's just older.
Bring that up. Bring that up.
You
Shay.
do not get to now say bad things about the Chiefs.
He's just older.
It
He's one of the
bothered me.
best to ever do it. But
No,
yeah,
he's amazing.
when you
He's
saw him with his designer haircut, I went, they're fucked.
Well, if he was being silly and being like,
Really? So no one else on the Eagles had a fancy, crazy haircut or wore fancy, crazy outfits. What's he even talking about? Like, I don't understand this at all.
Like Ron Burgundy, then I love him to death. But if you're going to take yourself seriously on that level, it's like, come on, bro. You're not saying hi. You're kind of like, you're actually, you're
not saying hi. He's locked into a Super Bowl. Not saying hi. What? Big up NJ Ranger.
Everything I don't like is woke.
Exactly.
Everyone I don't like is cuck.
Exactly.
Dims the rules.
Exactly. Big up NJ Ranger. Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're dressed like a pimp. I love it if he's kidding.
He's not kidding, Brian.
Did you see what Jalen wore?
He's gone full Hollywood.
Now let me see what
Jalen wore Eagles colors.
Love him.
Well,
I'm sorry, not Jalen. Patrick. Your boy who you love. You don't love Jalen.
Well, Patrick is one of the greats.
Stop it.
He had that's one of the worst Super Bowl performances ever.
He's dressed in Eagles colors.
Hey, and the only reason he had decent stats is the trash yards he got at the end there.
Well, to be fair, I think his line was tired, and the fucking and the Eagles
from what? Oh, and the Eagles aren't.
The Eagles were fucking just.
This is that cuck shit. This is that cuck shit. The Eagles. This is the cuck shit. When they don't know what the fuck the ingredients are, and they're like, I think there needs to be more salt.
The amount of pressure that defensive line was
without blitzing.
Isn't he the most sassy? I love how he does this like sassy impression when that's the default thing he goes to when he goes on stage. When he wants to be funny, when he wants to be entertaining, he immediately turns up the sass. When he wants to be insulting and basically call other guys gay, he then has that sassy voice. Very weird, isn't it? Very, very weird.
No blitzing.
Well, the
entire game.
It's a little bit like what happened to the Patriots with the Giants 17 years ago.
Oh man. Fuck me in the mouth. Oh, man. I can't do this, dude.
Hold on, let me get my magic
There's
mind.
too much gayness going on.
Look at this fake personality. Look at this fake personality. Now he's into sports. Now he's into sports other than MMA. Now he's talking enthusiastically about sports. Now he wants to be what? Now he wants to be on Barstool. Maybe he's watching too much fucking what are those guys called? Bussin' with the Bros, whatever. Bussin' with the guys, bussin' with the bros, bussin' with the dudes.
Fuck me in the mouth, Chen.
Why is that a bad? Why is that?
You don't know what you're talking about. They said it last night on air.
No, but I had said that a long time ago. Can I tell you what I said?
Regurgitate what you heard last night.
I know. I want to.
Don't you regurgitate what Luke Thomas says?
Slam my dick in a door.
I heard Brady say that, but here's what. Wait. Let me take my magic mind to get some flow. Let me.
I hate these. I hate these hard ads for Magic Mind. By the way, I want to email them and find out what the fuck they're paying Brian for these fucking ads. And I hate the way he holds that little fucking bottle. I hate the way he holds cigars, where he holds that fucking tiny little bottle. But these hard Magic Mind ad inserts are so fucking lame.
Focus my mind. Let me get some energy here. Hold on for a sec. Watch this. Let me get my mental clarity down. You need one to decrease your stress.
Yo, big up Burt Reynolds. Appreciate you. Big up Burt Reynolds. Bappa is complaining that so many casuals watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. One of the biggest sporting events in the world. Literally. Oh, there's so many casuals watching it. Oh, really? Oh, really, dude?
I'm not stressed. I'm sick of this
make an argument. I'm going to make an argument. Hold on.
This tidal wave of semen headed my way right now.
Oh, my gosh. So gross, Brandon.
Hold on. Now, listen. I have said
this. I love saying that as being a prude, by the way, whenever they took sexual content. If what is true about her and Brendan, I love how saying this as this thing where she gets really grossed out and she gets whatever icked out when they start talking about sexual shit. It's like, brother, come on, cut the act, stop the cap. Like, come on, stop the cap, stop the cap. If what you're being alleged of is true, like, come on, let's stop acting like we're fucking prim and proper now.
Said as a coach, if I was a coach.
Hold on, who you said? I'll stop you there.
Yeah.
You're talking to the NFL team?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, go ahead.
So let me give advice.
Okay.
Okay. Now, guys, and tell me if this is bad.
It's bad. Before you even speak,
please.
It's terrible.
You get a line. A lot of big white guys, big strong white
That's what
guys.
they did. Most expensive line in the league.
Yeah, big
Highest
strong
paid
white
line in
guys.
the league. Yes.
Now, big strong white guys are going to be at the end of that. That's 330 pounds of just carrying around. You got injuries. You're tired.
They
It's
don't
a
have
lot.
injuries.
It's
Nope.
a lot of weight.
No
It's a lot of
injuries.
weight. It's just
No
a lot of
injuries.
weight.
No injuries.
You lose a 0.5% of. It's like.
I'm out.
Hold on.
This is so
It's
stupid.
like the Tesla versus your car.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose a couple of like a little speed. If you have a fresher defensive line who
They're
are
not
naturally
fresher.
faster.
They're not fresher.
They're a little fresher. If I would
Explain
sit
why
them,
they're fresher.
Here's
What
what I would
made
do.
them
Explain why they're
I would
fresher.
sit them.
They're all in the Super Bowl. They all
In the
play
middle
the
of the
exact same
time
game.
off.
middle of the
B.
season, I take my defense of line. I sit them, my starting line. I sit them for 2 games. Keep them fresh.
That's stupid.
Keep them injury free.
No, you can't. That's so stupid.
And that little difference.
No.
Because what happened
gonna do
17 years ago, and I've talked about this, is those Paul Pierre and the other.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Brian does sound insufferable when he tries to speak sports. I have talked about this as if like anybody gives a fuck about his sporting opinion. But I just find it hilarious how Brendan's got this new personality now where he's like harsh on people that talk sports and shit. Hilarious.
The guy, they were tired. I mean, they got injured, and they took some of the time off. By the time they get to the Super Bowl, they were just fresher, faster.
It doesn't make sense because both of them were the starters.
makes
No one's
sense.
injured. So all the stars were playing all played the exact same amount of games.
Yep.
So you're comparing
They put a
apples to
lot of
apples
pressure on Mahomes.
without blitzing, just 4, which has never been done. They didn't blitz the entire game. They didn't need to.
Right.
Their 4 defense linemen
Are that good?
are that good.
Have you ever heard Brendan talk at this level of detail of football ever before saying as came to TFATK? It's almost like he's trying to impress somebody.
So you're just saying that defense was
They're just better.
They're just better.
Philadelphia's a better
They
team.
were always a better team.
Always a better. They play 10 times, they beat them.
They beat 'em.
It wasn't a case of Mahomes was off. No, they just got they can't
just better
compete.
team.
Better team. It's like DDP and Strickland. They fight 10 times, DDP's going to beat them. What, Waylay and fucking Tatiana,
yeah.
they fight 10 times, Waylay wins 10.
Yes.
It's just what it is.
Pele,
Right.
It is what it is.
Pele.
Yeah.
I'm not even.
That's
done
why I've
with
been.
this
That's why I've been
subject.
saying. Eagle.
No, Brat, your wife has been.
I don't
saying
remember,
that.
guys. I don't remember what I was saying, but
Good thing Chen keeps all our footage.
that was.
How about
Taylor
Taylor
Swift
Swift getting booed at the game?
Yeah.
And
well,
Trump just getting
just.
cheers.
Oh, by the way,
Okay,
Trump,
but
Cheers. Chairs. What, thrown at him? People were throwing chairs at Trump at the Super Bowl. Fucking hell, that must have hurt. Imagine all those chairs getting thrown at Trump. What?
Game.
yeah.
And
well,
Trump just getting
just.
cheers.
Oh, by the way,
okay,
Trump,
but it costs $4.
And Trump just getting
just.
cheers.
Oh, by the way,
Okay,
Trump.
but
At the game.
Yeah.
And
well,
Trump just getting
just.
cheers.
Oh, by the way,
okay,
Trump.
but it costs $4 million of taxpayer money to have him there. How do we feel about that?
I don't give a
It's
fuck.
fine.
There it is.
Typical Trumper, innit? When is Trump spending? When taxpayers' money is going to fund Trump's frivolous activities? It's all okay. When it's somebody else that isn't Trump, it's the biggest issue since sliced bread. It's the biggest controversy ever. But when it's Trump, it's perfectly okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm surprised that more presidents haven't gone to the Super Bowl. It seems really weird, but I guess maybe politically, it looks away if you're like enjoying things and the country's on fire, right? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they don't go to the Super Bowl because of the optics, or maybe it's a security detail thing. Maybe there's just too many variables at a stadium that the Secret Service can't control, so it makes it too much of a high risk situation. But I did find it odd that he was the first sitting president to ever go to the Super Bowl because it's such an American thing. You'd think that, you know, the leader of the country would also want to be there. But yeah, hilarious. I don't have a problem with Trump spending $4 billion taxpayers dollars to go to an event for a couple of hours. I don't mind at all.
He's an American. He's
It's
the only
the
sitting
president.
president to attend a Super Bowl. I approve. And I love how the mainstream media said there was a mixed
Look
reaction.
at him, anti-mainstream fan of Trump. I love this narrative, by the way. I love this narrative.
Was there?
Not at all.
Go back and listen to it.
No, I got buddies who were at the game.
It was a roar.
Press X to doubt. I got buddies that are at the game. What buddies? Press X to doubt. Random people on Instagram telling you that at the game, they're not your buddies. Random people. I got buddies, you know. Anyway, moving on. Do you want to hear Brian Callen's impression or review of Kendrick Lamar's halftime show? Do you want to hear that? I'm sure you do, right? I'm sure some of you guys are on the edge of your seat to find out what a 60-year-old white man has to say about Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance at the Super Bowl. I'm sure you guys are dying to find that out.
So I want to talk to you guys about that.
We're gonna get into it.
So I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole. So and I don't think it's just because I'm old. I watch Adam Levine, talented guy.
I don't think it's because I'm old. He mentions Adam Levine, the first person. I don't think it's because I'm old. Adam Levine.
I watch Katy Perry. I went back and watched my daughter was watching all the Super Bowl halftime shows, and they're fucking spectacular.
There's a lot.
But
So you weren't watching it. Your daughter was. Again, old man shit.
Most of them, and including the Kendrick Lamar thing. First of all, I couldn't understand what he's saying. I understand, but
Jesus Christ. I couldn't understand what he was saying. Is that not like kind of racist? He's rapping. Isn't Kendrick one of the most eloquent rappers out there? It's pretty easy to understand what he's saying. He's also incredibly intelligent. You don't understand what he's saying. Are you like really old that you're unable to listen to anything if it's said a bit fast or too loud? You have to ask people to kind of talk slowly and talk maybe at a lower volume so you can understand it? Or is this like a dog whistle of racism? I couldn't understand what he's saying.
But also,
Racist.
I just don't find myself
Exactly,
fucking
Sinners.
moved by it. Like it always feels
Callen doesn't get hip hop. I just don't understand it. Why are they talking so fast? Why do they have to wear so much jewelry?
like it's about them. I watched Travis Scott in one old one.
What?
It feels like
Scott's
it's about,
never hosted the Super Bowl.
No, but he did a show, and it's about him. I always feel like it's not about us. It's always
What? What type of criticism is that? It's always about him. You mean him performing on stage? We have MJ Ranger.
And by the way, why don't you pull your pants up, son?
Exactly. Exactly. It's giving strong. Get off my lawn, you dirty. Go back where you're from. Where are you really from? It's giving that. No, but where are you really from? Bloody hell, Brian, bro. What the fuck? He got old and just turned racist as fuck, allegedly, right? Rogan got old and turned super conservative, or started to make a lot of money, and he just was conservative overnight. And Callen, the older he's gotten, the more fucking racist he's gotten, allegedly. What the hell?
always about the, and I don't know how to explain it because I haven't thought about it yet. So Kendrick Lamar, I went back and read the lyrics. I listened to his song, especially the one against
What a
Drake.
waste of time.
I went back and read, like, he's acting as if he read one of the most important books in the world. He went on Genius and read the lyrics to Not Like Us, and now he wants a pat on the back. I read the lyrics. I went back to the day and I read the lyrics. I just don't understand. Why couldn't just grab them by the pussy? What?
It was, well, I know, right?
What a waste of time.
Because I'm not sure what he's saying, except for saying that Drake is a pedophile.
Yes.
Where's that come from? Why?
It's
What the fuck
like the
is
whole.
going
Oh, I get it now. Brian's getting triggered at what Kendrick said about Drake because of Callen's allegations. So Callen is immediately going to side with Drake because he was falsely accused in his eyes of grape. Yo, big up Mech, big up Mech, big up Mech.
Sounds like he wants to call him boy.
100%, 100%. He prefers the boy that is Drake, but he definitely wants to call Kendrick Sonny, as NJ said, and boy. You know? Sonny and boy.
beef is weird. I think it's even weird to do at the Super Bowl. I also don't give a fuck. Yeah, right. Like that whole narrative is weird. Like it's all weird shit.
Yeah.
My thing is you're talking about Katy Perry. You've had the Rolling Stones.
Katy Perry, by the way. Big up Katy Perry. Big up Kat Von D and big up Katy Perry. Katy Perry sounds like a good UFC name, actually. Katy Perry.
You've had Beyonce, Jay-Z. They have catalog. You're talking deep catalogs. Kendrick really doesn't have the catalog for him.
Kendrick doesn't have what? These guys would have to talk about anything outside of their field of interest. Kendrick doesn't have a catalog of hit records. Okay.
Hit after hit after hit. Most people under, I'm saying over 40 probably knew 2 songs, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like seeing a guy, okay, so seeing a guy do it. No, he doesn't have the catalog. And then
incorrect, by the way.
And Cena,
he doesn't have he doesn't have enough songs.
No.
I thought he was like a huge hit.
He's big. Well, he's big now, but he's kind of been a little more underground. Like he's like Drake could do it. Drake
Humble was
underground.
Who?
Underground. He's sponsored by Apple. Underground. Kendrick Underground. Okay.
Humble, remember when that came out?
Yeah, that's 2, Sanaz.
I know.
We're talking like Drake could be a better performer. He has so many fucking hits. Kendrick recently got put on in the public.
Got it.
Recent, like that.
What? So, all right, didn't happen, right? DNA didn't happen, right? Cool. Those tours didn't happen, right? Only recently did he get put on, by the way. Only recently did Kendrick got put on. No one knew who Kendrick was before this.
This is making my blood pressure rise. Let me at him.
Big up Young God vibes.
That not like us is a massive song, but he's never had like huge like themes of the year like Drake has had. And then
what?
Also, it's rap.
Also,
and then when you see this guy that is doing this diss song, but he has dancers behind him, I thought that was a little lame.
Yeah.
And also, he's in bell bottoms. Not to mention he's 5'1". So the whole thing was a little off-putting. And then he had Drake's ex.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not taking any advice, any fashion advice from Brendan. Not gonna lie. Criticizing my bell bottoms when you're Brendan, who used to wear skinny jeans with his fucking Nike dunks all the time. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not having him have any opinion whatsoever on my fucking wardrobe. Not happening in the slightest.
Serena
Williams doing the Crip Walk.
Really?
Yeah, which was weird. I don't. All of it was just like.
I also have a theory on all this too, and I really, really believe this.
I just don't think he's a big enough star to carry that load.
But listen, also, and I think you would agree with this. When you wallow in that negativity, when you're trying to fuck with somebody like that,
he's already won though. Like he won way before.
You understand? But I'm saying,
I agree. Keep going.
It never works out for people. It really doesn't. When your energy is to be a constantly just attacking somebody and being negative and tearing somebody down, I've never actually ultimately seen it work out for people.
But to his credit, I think with Ken,
Khaled's projecting so much. Khaled's projecting so much because of his allegations. Because of his allegations, Khaled's projecting so fucking much. He really doesn't like Kendrick because of what he said about Drake being a PDF, because that negatively reflects badly, I guess, on him. Khaled making it all about himself, as every true comedian does.
Kendrick, he's like, yeah, we won. And I bet Pepsi or whoever put it on was like, no, you're going to do that song. It was the song of the year. It's the big song of the year.
Got it.
And he's like, it's kind of over. And I bet they're like, you have to do that song for us.
Listen, let's take a little break. I want to talk to you about auto
anyway,
parts.
You got it. You got the gist of that one. Really terrible review. You don't go to TFATK for hip hop opinions, obviously, or takes, or music reviews of any kind. You barely go on TFATK for the jokes. So don't definitely start listening to them because of their music reviews, or you're gonna get yourself really angry. Next clip here is titled Super Bowl commercials. Do Brendan and Brian acknowledge the greatness of BGL, aka Mark Harley's Bosch commercial with Antonio Banderas? Or do they acknowledge that he was there? Do they acknowledge it, or do they pretend it didn't happen? I wonder. I freaking wonder. Let's go to the clip. It's about here, I think so. It should be 2803. There we go. Come on, son, play.
Back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird?
Sure were. Yeah.
Let's just do diet meat and potatoes. Weird, right?
Hold on.
Any commercials you guys like?
Wait, hold on.
No, did any commercial stick out for you? Nothing.
Any commercial stick out for you? Nothing. I think one commercial stuck out for me. One commercial should have stuck out for you too. I'm surprised they didn't mention it. Or maybe Brendan went to the toilet. Maybe he's on his phone texting about it and he actually missed, BGL on the news. I'm really annoyed I missed that. I'm not gonna lie. Really annoyed. It continues.
This year.
Absolutely not.
Kanye's was weird.
That was my favorite one. It was the most memorable. So stupid.
We're going to get into him today, too.
It is the most memorable. I was like,
that one was
go to
weird.
easy.com. It was the anti-commercial.
He paid $8 million.
Yeah, he did an anti-commercial.
I thought the William Dafoe one was great.
I thought it was good. Catherine O'Hara. I love both those actors.
Both those people.
But there was no like main commercial like a Budweiser does or.
I didn't.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never really been into commercials, but I think since I've been doing this stream, and a few of you American peeps over there have kind of stressed the importance of it, but I still don't get it. I still don't get people who are into commercials. I don't get it being a thing. Maybe because I didn't also watch a lot of TV growing up. We weren't really allowed to watch a lot of TV. So I never really saw a lot of commercials like that either. I watched programs and stuff, but I never really sat and watched TV for hours and hours, It just wasn't allowed in my house. So maybe that's the reason why I don't really fuck or care about commercials like that.
Gillis's was good.
I didn't mind the Coca-Cola one. We're gonna be all right. You know that one.
How about Bosch? How about Bosch? How about Bosch?
This year, Jesus only had one commercial.
How about Bosch?
Last year, he had 4.
What
and
about
Scientology
Bosch?
had 4.
Fridges.
They're not paying. It's too expensive.
I'm just impressed.
But there's nothing that you walk away like, oh my god, that commercial was great. There's nothing.
That Dunkin' Donut one, I didn't even.
What
know
about BGL? What about BGL?
They were doing. It was so.
It was good last year. This year was. Oh, the Matthew McConaughey. Was it Matthew McConaughey and Matt Damon was great.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's probably the best one.
The donut one.
Oh no, it was David Beckham and Matt Damon. And he's like, they're brothers. He's like, how famous are you? Like Matt Damon famous? He's like, like Ben Affleck famous. And he was, oh man, I'm sorry.
That was
funny.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. But none of the commercials.
I heard Bill Belichick's girlfriend was in a commercial.
She was. She was in the Dunkin' Donuts ones.
one?
Yeah.
No mention of BGL. No mention of BGL still. They're ignoring the legend that is BGL. Justice for BGL. Justice for BGL. Now, this clip is interesting, to me at least, because this clip features Brian Callen doing his best to defend Bill Belichick and his very young girlfriend. He doesn't have to do this, by the way, because it's Bill fucking Belichick. But Brian goes out of his way to defend Bill Belichick because Brian himself has a bit of an age gap with his second wife and the mother of his 2 new children. Yes, you heard that right. Brian divorced his first wife because she was allegedly holding him down or holding him back from comedy. I might make a video about that, by the way. The Brian Callen first wife breakup, because that was kind of scummy. When they were on the show, they were making it seem like Amanda, the first one, was holding Brian back or something from being great at stand-up. And then he got divorced from this lady who was holding him back. And then he got remarried soon after to a really young lady. And now we found out, in this particular clip, you're going to find out the age of this young lady. And I was surprised how old she was. I knew she was young, but I was surprised to hear how old she actually is. Let's play the clip.
Good for Bill.
Good for Bill.
I don't get why people are hating on it. Good for him.
Well, you know
one of the
what she's
greatest
wearing
coaches
around
ever?
her finger right now.
That's her ring.
That's her ring
Yep.
on her engagement finger?
Oh, I thought because people are getting mad at her that she's wearing a Super Bowl ring. It's actually her ring.
Oh, no, she's
she
wearing
won
a
some
ring on her engagement finger.
Good for her.
Is he retired or is he?
No, he's the head coach for North Carolina now.
Bill Belichick slammed for including his 24-year-old girlfriend in
the internet
the
didn't like it.
25 Super
Fuck
Bowl
off.
commercial.
Look at his girlfriend, Matt. Can you bring her up?
Okay.
I really appreciate a woman who likes him.
Relax.
Much older man.
Relax.
This is right up your alley, B.
I mean, come on, Bill. Well done, sir.
I mean, he looks like her
She's
dad.
an absolute.
He looks like
that is Brian being okay with this visually is wild, isn't it? Bill Belichick looks like Brian Callen's dad. He looks like Michael Callen. Don't get me wrong. Well done to him, right? Brian enthusiastically defending this is fucking hilarious. Because they look worse than Brian and his wife. Brian and his wife at least look like they could be dating. She doesn't look super, super young. But this lady clearly does look like she's in her 20s.
Her grandfather.
So what? She's a dime piece. Look at his rings. He's the godfather,
So what,
bro.
man?
When you're one
So
of the
what?
best to ever do it, it's attractive.
But with her, it's weird, right? Like if that's your
I wouldn't say it's attractive. I'd say you could do what you want. That's what I would say. I don't think it's attractive. I think, like, I don't have a problem with age gap relationships at all. I don't really give a fuck. But I think it is fairly okay for people to be like, it's a bit weird. And I think you should be okay with that as well. You shouldn't be offended that people think the age gap between you and your boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever, that big age gap is not weird. Like, you shouldn't be offended that people think it's weird, because it is weird to most people, especially when they start calculating how old you were when they were 30 or something, you know? Then it gets really fucking dicey. But I think in general, when you're rich and famous, you get to do what the fuck you want, really. Which is, you know, because I don't think there's a lot of regular dudes out there who are Bill Belichick's age who even can get near a hot 23-year-old. It's not going to happen. It only happens because you are rich and famous. You know, that helps. That makes everybody attractive. Money, not really the success, but the money and the fame, for sure.
your daughter, you're like, what the fuck? Where did I go wrong?
I've said it before.
He's a powerful dude.
I dated a woman. Between my divorce and meeting my wife, who was fantastic, and I was too young for her. She was 28, and she was absolutely into 70-year-old men or older. She just
Callen's a freak, isn't it? After the divorce of his first wife, he was dating a 28-year-old. Proudly. God damn, Brian. 28. What the fuck are you talking to a 28-year-old about?
Something's wrong with you then. Somewhere along.
You know what's weirder about this?
fetish. Some women like
You know
it.
what's weirder about this? Brian has a teenage daughter. That's a really weird bit. Usually guys will get grossed. Look at Brendan's face. Usually guys will get grossed out because they picture their daughter doing the same thing. But Brian seems to be perfectly okay. So I guess he's perfectly okay if his daughter came back with a person that was the same age as fucking Brendan. In his 40s, and his daughter's like what? Like maybe 16, 17, 18 or something? Ew.
It's a daddy complex is what it is.
No, that's
just
not even
like
daddy.
older
That's
men.
like a grandpa type of love.
They're just into older men.
You guys aren't worried she looks too thin right here, though?
No, I'm
No,
not. Nope, not worried about
That's
her
a
at all.
girl thing. No. That's the last thing I'm worried about, her health.
She is.
That is such a weird sentence. The last thing I'm worried about is her health. What? Just lay down in a starfish position, open your mouth slightly ajar, have that wet kind of like comatose look about you. Let me fuck ya. You suck my dick, and that's basically it. I don't care about your fucking health. You deal with that in your own time. You know what I mean? Just make sure that those fucking tits sit high and tight, the bum is fucking fluffy, and that's it. You know? And everything else is wet where it needs to be. I don't care about anything else. Nothing else. The last thing I care about is her health. Wow.
Okay.
But if you're Bill, he's also like, fuck it. Like what? What? Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What do you want him to do? No, you're too young. I can understand that.
How old is she?
But you're doing
30?
that.
20.
She's got to be 30.
What's weird is he's not
23.
like the most energetic, like, he probably just talks fucking zone defense with her and shit.
But he's also probably, look at the rings on his finger. He's also probably he's probably very intelligent.
24.
And she's 24? That's.
And he's
I mean, my wife's 35 and I'm 58.
72.
That's already creepy.
You hear that, by the way? Brian Callen's wife is 35. And he's what? 58. She's going to be in her mid-30s. He's going to be 60 when she's in the mid-30s. Well, she's in mid-30s already, but God almighty, bro. She's 35, you know? I still don't understand how he did that, by the way. I don't get that. Maybe he just wasn't happy with the first wife, but I don't get how the first wife is holding you back from doing stand-up. Then you immediately get into a long-term relationship and have kids with the second wife, who is considerably younger than you, and you're still paying alimony to your first wife. Because I think he's paying like 20 grand in alimony. 20 grand, like in total, alimony and child support. He's paying 20 grand a month. So TFATK must make a lot of money, or Michael Callen, aka Papa Callen, is paying for Brian's child support. Which sounds crazy, but I remember someone in the stream chat said a lot of wealthy people sometimes like to look after their grandkids because their grandkids are their legacy. So maybe, even though this is a very lame thing, maybe Papa Callen is okay covering Brian's child support and alimony because it's his way to guarantee his grandchildren's future. But it is fucking insane that Brian might allegedly have his dad paying his fucking, his household bills in a way. Wow.
72. That's tough.
That's weird.
That's
wild.
weird. That's weird.
Big up
That is
Mr. Bob.
Hey, good for him.
Big up Mr. Bob. Yeah, she does look younger than. I think. To be fair, I thought she was in her 30s anyway, but she does look younger than 35. She doesn't look, 20s. I don't think, but she does look young. And I'm sure they get mistaken as like father and daughter, or I think I bet people are weirded out when they kiss. That's always interesting, right? I remember I was working at Dr. Martens actually, and a very older couple, a guy that was very old and a girl that was clearly very young came into the store. And she was dressed in the way, because at that time the fashion was to wear a particular pair of tights. And I remember she had those on. So that kind of, when girls wear certain things, it kind of gives away their age. And then he was around her, but he kept touching her in the ways that would look very friendly. And then they eventually kissed. And I remember all of us on the shop floor being like, what the fuck? Because he looked really old. He looked like he was maybe in his 30s. And she looked like she must have been like barely 18. So can you imagine what it must look like when Brian and fucking his wife go to a cafe and he's holding her hand or kissing her and shit? Do what you want, but
But fuck, if that's your daughter, I'd be like, what are you doing?
That's not even, that's his granddaughter, Bubba. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying let's say that was my daughter, Billy, and her boyfriend was 72.
You would not be cool with it.
It's nothing you can do. You're like,
I would go up to him.
There's nothing you can do. He doesn't give a fuck, does he? That maybe explains all the grape allegations as well. Doesn't have any sort of conscience about that sort of stuff. Probably okay. Yo, big up Caseload Moses. Thank you for joining, becoming a Zing Nation member. Big up Caseload Moses. Big up my jigger. Big up my jigger. Appreciate you, bruh.
Go, I get it.
No, you would not.
No, listen, let me finish, Sanaz. I'd go, I get it. Not my.
Wow, he pronounced her name correctly. They're definitely fucking, innit? He pronounced her name correctly with no fuck ups or anything. Hold on, Sanaz. Wow. That was very sincere and earnest. And very, kind and whatever. Look how you pronounce her name.
No, you would not.
No, listen, let me finish, Sanaz. I'd go, I get it.
Let me finish, Sanaz. They're definitely fucking.
Not my daughter, though, dude. I failed as a dad.
and your daughter would be like, Dad, you weren't there. Excuse me while I get fathered, and this is my real daddy. And you'd be like, oh no.
Do you mind if I suck his gray cock now?
Oh my God.
I'd go.
It's not gray, it's just.
Yo, Canada has some interesting kinks, isn't it? The fact that his heart doesn't even skip a beat, or he doesn't seem the slightest bit bothered imagining his daughter with somebody as old as him. Ooh.
Gray pubes.
I'd say I'm gonna throw up, and I failed as a father.
Yeah.
Like, so there has to be some weird mental thing there.
Or
so
or
old,
she
dude.
just likes.
Also, the future. What about it? The future? There's no kids, Bubba. There's no family.
Dude, my
There's
wife's friends with a woman she's fantastic too. She's 34. Her husband is 83 years old.
That's a piece of shit.
And
So I guess Callan definitely is into younger ladies, and he's into younger ladies who also have friends who are into older fellas. And they all seem to be stay-at-home mums, by the way. You don't hear a fucking peep from Callan's wife, innit? She's fucking loving the lifestyle. You don't hear a peep from her. She loves the lifestyle. So yeah, I guess this is the thing that they like and enjoy.
And he's very wealthy, of course. And my wife goes, she loves him.
My wife, my daughter. That was an interesting fraudulent slip. So maybe his daughter has shown inclinations to be into older dudes because she sees daddy with like younger women. Oh, yeah. That was an interesting slip up there. My daughter, my wife.
Of course. And my wife goes, she loves him.
My daughter, my wife. Yo. Callan is a freak ball. Callan is a freak ball.
She doesn't. You're not gonna see a girl that attractive with a man who's older by 4-8 years if he doesn't have money.
No,
you're never gonna.
But money is part of what he is. He's a force, right?
Why is Callan arguing against this? By the way, why is Callan arguing against this? Is he arguing against this because he feels like, oh, look at how bony Callan's ass is? Fucking hell! Sorry for recognizing this, but look at how bony Callan's ass is. Look at that. That's a dagger. Because that's a straight dagger. Look at the right angle in Callan's ass. He might puncture a hole in that fucking seat. Look at that. That's a fucking dagger there, isn't it? Jesus Christ. No flesh on that fucking derriere. Why is Callan arguing against the fact that that is probably likely the case? Because you think because Callan is under some false impression that his wife is in it for the love.
Yeah, it's a power thing. Yeah.
Whenever
but
he walks
when you
into a
say
room,
love, like sure, but the number one reason, if that all goes away, the love is whether you're rich or poor, you're staying together. This money, there's no future. Money's the only motivator.
Money, power, and status.
Brian, you don't have any power or status. You have money though. That's why your wife is with you. Partly, I'm sure of it. I don't know why he's arguing it, because it seems like he's projecting. It seems like he's also talking about himself, and he's finding it hard. He's trying to cope, basically, because he's kind of he's coming up. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really shitty of Brendan. This is really, I'm not gonna lie. Brendan knows that Brian has a really big age gap in his relationship. Brian's wife is younger than Brendan, right? Brian's wife is younger than Slojo. Yeah, I think Slojo might be like late 30s. So Brian's wife is even younger than Slojo. So he knows this is a sensitive topic. So Brendan's being a bit of a bad friend to do this to him, right? But it feels like to me that Brian's trying to cope in the fact that he thinks his girl is with him for the love. It doesn't really matter if she is or she isn't, but she clearly isn't. Like, let's not act like she's there for love. She's there for money, because this guy has no power and no status, because he got kicked out of Hollywood. So he can't really do anything for her, and he doesn't have any status anywhere else either. So the only reason why he'd be with her is because he's got long money, and most likely, touch wood, but when Papa Callan passes away, Callan's gonna be in for a fat inheritance, right? Because Papa Callan's been working at Citibank since the 70s. CEO, this and that, opening branches in the Middle East, serving in the military. Papa Callan's money is long. So Brian's going to be in for a fat inheritance. He knows it. So for sure, that wife knows it too. She knows how to pick them. She knows that's why she had 2 kids so quickly. She popped those 2 kids out ASAP,
Money's number one, though. Money's number one.
Power and
Because if you had status and
but he's got
some
all
power,
three. He's got all three.
But you're broke, they don't care. Money's number one. Money.
Status is one of the greats to ever do it, and celebrity and power. Those are aphrodisiacs to many women, and I'm going to say it throughout history. They always have been. For whatever reason, it's an evolution thing.
But you just got to feel.
I love how Brian doesn't feel. Brendan's really trying to drum home the fact that this is weird. Like he's trying to make Brian feel bad, or trying to make Brian understand why it's a bit weird. But Brian doesn't. No, it's not weird. Nothing weird about it whatsoever. Nothing weird about it whatsoever. Zero. He's got money. He's got status. Of course. Why wouldn't you want to fuck him? It's like, bro, you have a daughter. Aren't you a little bit concerned to see your daughter coming home with a 4-year-old man? Nope. As long as he looks after her. Because I guess in his mind, if his daughter did come home with a 4-year-old man, at least the financial burden will be taken off from him. You know, it'll save him money. Maybe that's how he looks at it. Maybe that guy will end up saving him money.
A little weird if you're Bill and you're like, God, man, if I wasn't rich, she wouldn't be sucking me off.
Here's another thing.
That'd be
Most
weird.
societies throughout history have always been fine with that. That's a recent thing for us to be like, nah.
Big up NJ Ranger.
Callan is Jordan Peterson for chronic masturbators.
100%. And also like how he knows, like, you know how criminals who are usually quite dumb in other areas seem to have like crazy, you know, knowledge about the court system and, you know, crimes and their penalties and shit, right? You know how criminals are like that? They're super dumb in any other field, but they seem to have like an encyclopedic knowledge of the criminal justice system. It's funny that Callan seems to know so much about the history of like age gap relationships, about the origin, you know, like about how it's been reviewed societally, about some of the cause and effects. He seems to have an intimate knowledge about that. Almost as if he's done some research to back up his points, you know? But Brendan is a terrible friend for doing this to him, though, by the way. Terrible friend.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
It is what it is. Two adults.
And then especially if you...
It is what it is, 2 adults. So if your daughter turns 18 and brings home a 41-year-old, it is what it is, 2 adults. It's legal in California. Callan is bizarre, bro. Callan is bizarre.
If you alternate that, and let's say the ladies 78 and the dudes 22.
Well, Cher did that.
Yeah.
Cher was what she was, and the guy was young.
But what do you even talk? You ever talk to 22-year-old, 23-year-old? What do you even talk about?
Exactly. Pick up a disease.
Chin knows all the DUI details and Callan knows
Yeah,
about the history of age of
exactly.
consent.
Exactly.
Avengers Assemble.
Exactly. Yeah, do you remember that? Chin had some weird knowledge about what levels are over. Like, he had really in-depth knowledge about that. Yo, big up King Bayou.
Callan has definitely been on Episton Island. Eyes.
Callan has definitely, I think, hired the services of a lady of the night who was maybe young. Allegedly. Supposedly. I think so. You know how some guys, there's that scene where you go to there's like a scene in the movie where the guy goes to like a brothel and they're like, okay, here's a section of ladies, and they open the door and they're all really young, and he immediately gets soft. He can't do it anymore. He gets grossed out, and he tries to either free the girls or bring the place down or save someone, you know? Callan's definitely the type to go, okay, cool, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't miss a heartbeat. He sees the girls crying. He sees one that looks clearly like she's uncomfortable, adjusting her skirt, trying to cover her legs. And Callan's like, let's go. You know? If they're working here, they're legal, you know? He doesn't give a single fuck. Yo, Callan is wild, man. They're adults. They're all adults. Like, bro, you have a teenage daughter. Wow.
How we're gonna fuck?
That's it, though.
This evening.
But when you talk about the future, it's like And she's like, oh, in 10 years I want kids. And he goes, oh, I'll be dead though.
It depends on the person. It depends on whether she's an old soul. And also, when you're 72, you don't give a fuck about talking. What are you going to talk about? You know what I mean? You ever see 72-year-olds?
God almighty, bro. God almighty. Fucking hell. What? The way he views relationships, man. Like, okay. Cool, innit? Let's not talk, I guess. Let's just be a starfish.
Try engaging my dad in a conversation for more than half an hour or 15 minutes. He's going to be like this. He's going to be like, hey, what are you talking about? I know all this.
Yeah, and he's probably going to bed, and then she goes out with her friends and shit. And then when he's up in the morning, she's probably sleeping in and shit.
If I'm 72 and I have a 24-year-old girlfriend, she can have a live-in boyfriend. If I get included periodically, I'm fine with that.
It's the cuck shit.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. As long as I can watch. No, but that's not what I meant. As long as I'm in the corner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what all the chief guys say. It's just a weird thing. Yeah, no one's like, hey, what's going to happen in 10 years when he's
still going on about this, by the way. Brendan, bro. Your friend is in a very public, big age gap relationship. Like, he has children with this woman. Leave this alone, bro. He's still going on about this, by the way. If this is me, fair enough. We can talk about this ad nauseum. But Brendan should maybe read the room a little bit. Like, god damn it, bro. Cut your guy some slack.
88.
Yeah, well, he'll still be alive and still coaching.
No.
Right?
No. He's not the
Al
best
Pacino
physical
just had
shape.
his first kid. I mean, his third, fourth kid at 84, sir. 84.
That is strange. He's
Okay.
pumping and dumping.
Yes.
And we ain't talking about stock.
No.
He's pumping and a dumping.
And you see his lady? She dated, I think, Mick Jagger before that, and she dated nothing but
All
old
gays?
famous dude.
Look how he knows. Look at how Brian Callen knows. Has all the important information on all the big age gap relationships with celebrities. He seems to know all of them. Like the back of his hand, he has all this information. All the stats of some random woman that's dating Al Pacino that used to date Mick Jagger. Who? What the fuck, bro? Is there like a magazine? Is there like a magazine for old ladies, for young girls who like older men? There must be, right? That tracks who's dating who and shit. Like, Jesus Christ, some gossip rag that Brian subscribed to.
Dudes. And she's rich. She comes from a very wealthy family and hot as shit.
Weird.
Oh, have you seen her?
No.
Let's take a little break. Let me ask you.
Anyway, there we go. You get the gist of that. You get the gist of that. Next, let's hear a clip of Chin talking about boning. Let's hear a clip about Chin. I love how Chin talks about sex and stuff. He gets very shy. Yo, big up Big Booth. Appreciate you, Big Booth. Thank you for the dono.
Callen needs to stop degrading old people.
I don't think he can because he's old himself. And I think for once he's actually passionate about what he's talking about. This hits close to home. This is a topic that really means a lot to him. He gives a fuck a lot about this. This is something that really means a lot to him. This age gap relationship stuff. He loves this shit. I don't know how, but god damn it. So yeah, I don't think he can because he's old himself. And I think as well, by the way, as well as going to make a point, I think there's a thing with wealthy people where they hang out with older people. Brian goes on holiday with his parents. Like, him and his parents are quite close. I think that's a very wealthy family thing, to hang out with your parents and your grandparents and your other relatives. Like, to do that kind of, to go and ski with them together, you know? There's a thing about that. So I think Brian has that relationship, like, he speaks to older people, so he kind of knows what they think about, how they act, and what they're into and shit. So he can't help it. Big up Big Booth. Big up Big Booth. Let's skip ahead. So yeah, why does Chin talk about sex like this? By the way, anybody in the stream chat, can anybody kind of decipher why Chin speaks about sex in this way, or relationship with girls? Like, what is with this? Somebody please let me know in the stream chat. Why does Chin talk about sex this way?
Really hard
That's
disease.
bad.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got, Chin? Chin, what's the youngest you would date?
The youngest I dated, which I was like okay with, was 32.
Would you date in the 20s?
No.
28,
You wouldn't
29?
No. Like
Hold on,
30.
you wouldn't date a 25-year-old?
No, date? Like actually,
Wow, Sena's got that new fucking drive fast or gas. No? Isn't that the new merch? The neon green hoodie. Yo, they're definitely fugging, innit? Brendan gave her one of those new hoodies, the neon green one. We saw it the other day. God damn it, bro. And it looks like it fits her too. So she got her own size in that Dry Fast All Cash merch. Maybe she's the one that manages the store. Maybe that's part of her job. Maybe she's the operational lead when it comes to the retail site or the online, shop of fucking Dry Fast All Gas. But I think Brendan gave her this hoodie. This one right here. I think she got this anti-electric club hoodie. I'm pretty sure she did. That's what she's wearing, isn't it? I swear Sanders is wearing that. No? Yeah, or is it another one? No, I think it's another. What logo is that? It's not that one, is it? Maybe it's another logo. What's that logo say? No, I think that might be it. I think that might be the car. Yeah, the hoodie. Yeah, I think she's wearing that hoodie. Damn, son. Saying as is dripped up in Dry Fast All Gas, turning up late to shows with Brendan, looking really coy and shy and guilty in the back during fucking golden hour fucking shows. What the fuck? Where's your? There's another neon green. There's two neon green ones actually. There's another one here too. I remember. Okay, cool. No, it's only one. Yeah, I think she's wearing it. I think she's wearing that bit of merch. I think so. If they're not fucking, they're really close. That's all I could say on that one.
Was like okay with was 32.
Would you date in the 20s?
No.
28, 29?
No. Like
Hold on,
30...
you wouldn't date a 25-year-old?
No, date like actually in a relationship.
Yeah. Callum's looking at Chin like, come on, you fucking dork. You wouldn't date a 25-year-old. He's saying no because he's saying no, but also no because none would actually date him. Let's be real, No 25-year-old dating Callum is dating Chin. Whoever Chin's getting now, unfortunately, for lack of a better term, the girls that Chin are getting now are the equivalent to, back in the day during a school disco or at a nightclub. When the lights come on, whoever's left there is what Chin's getting. Whoever's left at the end of a nightclub is what Chin's getting. Yo, big up Asad Aziz. Appreciate you.
Misa Chin. Yo life. Need many bitches.
Oh god. I also think big up Asad Aziz. Mr. Chin, your life. Oh fucking hell! I also think he doesn't have much experience with girls. By the way, that's another theory I have. I don't think he actually has had much experience with girls, if any. I don't think so. So yeah.
I like girlfriend.
Would I bone? Of course,
No,
but
I'm
not
saying
date.
you wouldn't date a 25.
No.
I'm a little bit with Chin on this. What about?
Would I bone? By the way, do any of you guys use the phrase bone instead of just saying fuck? Why does Chin say that? You trying to be PC, PG? Why does he use the term bone? Would I bone? Or the phrase?
What's the oldest lady? 40?
My age, 47. I don't care. If she looks like good,
47.
Brian met the girl I dated for like 6 months. She was a Mongolian chick. She was like 32.
Yep.
She was like, to me, that was like the youngest I was.
A Mongolian chick. Chin talks about girls in a very young way, innit? A Mongolian chick. You remember when you were younger and there was a dude that you knew who like would date models and would like brag about it? Why is her ethnicity important to know? He wants you to know she's Mongolian. She was like some sort of what? Amazonian, or she looks tribal, or she has like big tits, like some model, some black chick, some Asian girl. She was tight. It's like what? How old are you? Like, how old are you? Like, what? Some Mongolian girl. Yarr. Aggressive.
Whatever go.
I think 32 is good for you,
But
Chin.
that was when I was 46.
I like
I think it depends on the individual.
I like mid-30s for you, Chin.
That's when I was 46. You mean last year? That's when I was 46.
Why are you looking at your phone, dude?
Because I was seeing.
Gosh dang it.
I like mid-30s for you though.
No, that'd be like the very youngest. But I'd
Why is Chin telling Brendan not to look at his phone? Interesting, that. Is that a new rule now? Huh.
rather date someone that's like 35, 36, 37, 40.
Have their shit together.
Yeah, as long as I find them attractive and they're cool.
Yeah, you don't want to date a young girl who's trying to figure herself.
As long as I find them attractive, bro. How about them finding you attractive? How about that? I don't think two balconies helps.
Out in career, and you're like, Jesus Christ, lady.
The problem with the young ones, like, I don't know what it is, young dudes, like, they're into me, like the 24, 25-year-olds, and I'm like, bro, like, grow up.
Look at how pissed Brendan is. Somebody's jealous. Hey. He doesn't look happy. He does not look. He doesn't look happy. Like, what? 20, huh? Who'd have to beat up? Who'd have to fuck up? Who'd have to double leg? He does not look happy. 24-year-olds, he's fucking hung like horses, ripped to shit. They got fucking offers from every fucking organization in the NFL, every franchise. I had one kid, he's sponsored by fucking nicotine pouches, man. Not the ones that you buy. They sponsor him. He doesn't even take them. I got one kid that's sponsored by a fucking umbrella company, and he lives in Florida. Honestly, these kids are so fucking rich, so hung, so fit, you know? And they're all over me. It's so annoying. Papa's just sitting there. This kid's like a fucking quarterback prospect, right? Running back, right? Wide receiver. He's got offers from hockey teams. He doesn't even play fucking hockey. He's got offers from basketball, and he doesn't even like basketball. He says he wants to fuck me with his helmet on. He's so pissed. He is so pissed. 24-year-olds are all over me, man. Oh, God. Brendan.
Look at you. You're a baby.
Yeah, but it's not, they're probably not trying to figure
No,
out.
they want to date, Brendan. They want to be my boyfriend, like, wife it up. And like,
hey! Oh! He's concerned. He's concerned. Oh no! What? They want to do what? Guess? Huh? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo? ¿Qué? ¿Cómo? ¿Qué? Yo, what? These super ripped, super hung prospect athletes are all over my bumper. They want to wife me up. They want to put babies inside me. Some of them tell me they want to put mixed race, biracial babies inside me. They want to start a family. They want to retire me. They want to take me out of this fucking place. They want to save me from Thick Boy. They keep talking about Thick Boy like I work in a strip club. They want to save me from Thick Boy. They've got a G-Wagon already picked out for me with my favorite color and my favorite interior design. Brendan, don't make sense. It don't make sense. Don't make sense.
They think.
How do you know this?
How do I know what?
That they want to be your actual, like.
They tell me and they cry to me about
You know, I would do the
like
same thing if I was young and had a bone.
That's the game. That's the game.
Okay.
Hey, Chin revealing the secrets of the fucking game. Now look how happy he is now. Look how happy he is now. Now he's happy. Now he's happy that Chin gave her that little bit of information. Hey, most likely they're saying that because they want to fuck. Look how happy he is now. Yes. Now he's happy. She's back. I got her. She's back. He's happy now. Now he's happy. He can't contain his smile. Yo, big up a son Aziz. Big up a son Aziz.
Good evening,
go on.
Snos baby.
Yeah.
I would very much like to date you and take your hand in marriage. Plaza, let me know, and if you have time, send Bob and Vagine.
Exactly. Instead of saying, "Do you have a gun?" it'd be like, "Is your pussy wet?" And by the way, is your pussy wet? You trying to fuck? Oh my god. Yo, Sanaz is way too old. Number one, Sanaz is way too old to fall for that game. Sanaz is way too old to fall for the "I want to be with you, you're my only one, I love you." Because surely she must know at this point, guys say that just because they want to fuck. Most guys do. There are some guys who mean it. There are some lover boys out there. There are some, what do they call them? Wife husbands who want to be in relationships. But she is too old to be falling for that kind of game. Especially from 20. Like, if you're in your 30s and you're getting fucking barred up by 20-year-olds, you gotta be a bit embarrassed if you're a woman. If you're getting absolutely run around in circles by fuckboys in their 20s and you're in your 30s, you have to give yourself a real look in the mirror. You have to give your head a real big aggressive wobble if you're letting fucking 20-year-olds fuck with your head. Or convince you to give up the fucking clunge for what? Some promise of a relationship that never happens. Especially if the kind of, it's because if Sanaz is falling for the "why don't you come over and hang out" and not being taken out for dates by these guys, like, there's issues there, you know? If she's falling for the "hey, why don't you come over and we can just watch something, Netflix and chill," come on, really? Come on, Sanaz. He wants to be with me. Yeah, sure. He wants to be inside you. Like, god damn it. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. But I love how happy Brendan is now. He's smiling again.
Okay, well,
I'm being honest. Like that. That's
No, but,
young boys
but
a
I can see
problem.
them dating you, of course.
no, but she's saying like they want to wife her up.
they
Yeah.
literally
Wow. Chin needs to chill. Chin's saying low. She's bugging. She literally thinks she's gonna get a boyfriend. Yo, Chin is destroying Sanaz. He can't understand, like, why do you think anybody wants to wife you up? That's 20 years old. Are you insane? Why would a 20-year-old athlete who has the prospect of fucking 18 and 19-year-olds want to fuck you? Like, or want to be with you when they could be with some like hot 19-year-old from like Alabama? Your Chin is ripping into her on the sly. I'm not gonna lie.
Some
said
guys
to
do.
me,
Some guys
How
like
about
I
you,
want to
Brian?
have kids with you.
When
I
you're
want-
25,
When I
you
was
want to wife
25,
up.
absolutely. When I was 25, absolutely.
Wife up.
Oh!
Back to the older women.
you, bro.
Oh! Yo, Chin nearly said, "Would you want to wife?" But he had to stop himself there. Chin looked at Brian Cannon and said, "Hold on, Brian. If you're 25, would you want to wife up Sanaz? Really? Be for real." You're 25 on top of the world. Would you really fucking wife Sanaz? Really? Wow. Chin does not give a fuck about Sanaz anymore, huh? He is fucking over this girl.
Well,
I'm being honest. Like that. That's
No, but
seriously-
And
they-
by the
boys
way,
are
the body language is very telling. The crossing of the arms, the body language is very telling. The body language gives it away. She's crossing her arms. She looks a little bit glum. She is not happy about what's going on right now. She started off this topic kind of like, you know, giving herself a pat in the back, glazing herself a little bit. Oh, these 20-year-olds are all over me. And Chin just shut it down. Like, what do you mean all over you? Wife you up? What? Are you for real? You think 20-year-olds want to wife you? Oh.
See them dating you, of course.
No, but she's saying like they want to wife her up.
they
Yeah.
literally
Big up a son.
Kratom and Mind Haze IPA's got Chin spinning at 9 a.m.
Exactly. Yo, Chin is actually coming. I like this version of Chin. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like I don't care for the cooking. I'm not gonna eat it. But I like this version of Chin. I like this fucking fresh and fit version of Chin. I'm not gonna lie. This fresh and fit Chin is good. He's fucking destroying Sanam. I love this version of Chin. Like, come on. She thinks Travis Hunter wants to wipe her up. Be for real. You think Travis Hunter wants to wipe you up? Be for fucking real. Chin does not understand. Oh, big up Chin, bro. Wow.
Please
Some
say
guys
to
do.
me,
Some guys like
I
to.
want to
Brian,
have kids with you.
when
I
you're
want-
25,
When
you
I
want
was
to wife
25,
up
absolutely. When
Well, Brian, when you're 25, you want to wipe up a... He's about to say her age. He was about to say her age. If you're 25, you want to wipe up a 32-year-old podcast producer. Would you want to wipe up a 32-year-old pop punk podcast producer? Really? Yo, Chin, bro. Chin is a savage today.
literally
Some
say
guys
to
do.
me,
Some guys like
I
to.
want to
Brian,
have kids with you.
when
I
you're
want-
25,
When
you
I
want
was
to wife
25,
up
absolutely. When I was 25, absolutely.
wife up.
I was attracted to older women.
You, Brian.
No, to bone.
I would have dated a
Fucking. I feel so bad for Sanaz, man. I feel so bad for her. Oh my god, Chin. Chin, chill, man. She's already dead. Chin, chill. Chin, chill, bro.
30.
I don't believe you for shit, bro. I don't. I think it's to bone.
Dude,
You're being nice, Brian. That's the thing.
You're
I'm
being
being
honest.
honest.
Brian was a
I'm being
savage.
honest.
You're full of
Get Chin on Fresh and Fit right fucking now. Get Chin on Fresh and Fit right fucking now, man. Wow, Chin is on fire.
shit, and I
Yeah,
appreciate
you're
that.
being you're fucking around.
But young kids,
Get Chin on Fresh and Fit, or what's that show? Is it Whatever? I think it's Whatever, right? Whatever, where they sit around. It's in a white room and there's loads of them on the table, and it's like a white guy. Get Fresh and Fresh. Get Chin or get Chin Fresh and Fit Chin on Fresh and Fit or that Whatever show ASAP, please. He needs to get on that fucking show right now.
and that's why even
When I
now,
was
like
25?
kids are waiting a long.
you want to
long,
fucking marry at 25, bro?
I would have married.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Chin is basically saying, would you want to marry a 30? He nearly said 30, 25 year. Oh my god! Look at Sanaz. Look at her, man. Chin is destroying her.
Married a 55-year-old woman.
There's no way.
I'll
You,
stick to
you
my
look
guns.
at now, like even now, like the kids push marriage to way.
Fuck! She got her head down. Oh no, it started off so well. All these 20-year-olds are in my bumper. They're on my bumper. They want to wife me up. They want to put babies inside of me. They tell me they love me. Oh, man. God damn it, Chin.
Way later
Yeah.
than when we were younger.
You're a nice guy, bro.
I was
the way you're acting
19
right now,
and
but-
I dated. I was 22 and I
47-year-old Shin trying to act like she's washed crazy.
That's the thing I was about to say. I'm about to say that, you know. I was about to say that. 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 Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Whose has more possibility, or who has the stronger prospects? No. Yeah, who has the better prospects of actually having a relationship with somebody, a meaningful one, or even fucking? I swear Sanaz still has more options. Even if what Chin is saying is true, Sanaz is still more in demand than Chin will ever be. No? Or am I bugging out? Even if what Chin is saying is true, even if she's a little bit delusional and naive to think that at her early 30s, mid 30s, that these 20-year-olds want to actually wife her up and not just fuck her and dash her, if that is true, isn't it more likely that Sanaz can find a boyfriend, a husband, way quicker and have way more options than Chin will ever have? No? But then, as Jesse Black said on the in the stream chat, but the question is it just because she's a woman? Do women just in general have more options than men anyway? Or in this case, are they quite similar? Is a woman, like, is a 32-year-old woman just as... Because I think most of those red pill guys, they don't advise. All those red pill guys told, because I don't watch their content, but I think a lot of those red pill guys, they say guys should always aim to get like younger girls, isn't it? They don't really advise on dating older women, do they? Especially women with kids. They hate that shit, right? So in that world, dating a 32-year-old will be a bit of an L, isn't it? She has to be at least like 27. If she's gonna be older, the max she could be is like 27. But I don't think they advise guys to date early 30-year-olds, which is what Senas probably is. But I also think Chin is overestimating his options, you know?
I dated a 35-year-old.
And you would marry her?
I dated a 35-year-old heart doctor surgeon. And when I say dated, I had sex with her a lot.
Exactly.
There you go.
Come on, man.
Let's just be honest. Yeah, guys are good. That's what
She
guys
ended up
do.
really
That's-
liking me, too. Really.
He turns that to fucking Sanaz again. Bro, leave her alone. This is bullying now. He turns her again. That's what guys are doing, by the way, to you. They don't like you, by the way, Sanaz. God, they just want to fuck you. Hell, I'd fuck you, but I wouldn't wife you. Oh my god. Chin is destroying her.
Of course, dude.
Because you told her
You're a
all
great
sorts of
looking young
lies.
dude.
Well,
Pause. Of course, dude. You're a great looking young, like, okay, pause.
because I was 22, and guess what didn't go down? The old dongerino.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, of
yeah,
course.
he
Understand?
stayed up
And I
all
went
night.
to town, and I was skinny and
Yo, by the way, Callan is talking about this with exhaustive detail, isn't it? For a man that's married with kids, Callan reminiscing about all of these old fucks. Let's relax maybe on that, innit, Callan, no? Let's maybe rein it back in with reliving your glory days on a podcast, no?
cute.
And then you broke her heart.
Well, listen,
You
bro.
moved on.
I was 22.
I know, dude. No one's fault.
Why didn't you marry her?
Huh?
Why didn't you marry
Marry
her?
at 22 because he's 22 trying to figure his fucking life
Oh,
out.
he keeps saying like
I
he was
was
in marriage.
22.
She looked at him. She's giving him a dirty look. Oh my god. Yo, Chin is ruthless. Yo, pick up and
Oh my god, that's Chinsu born.
Exactly. Oh my god. Oh my god. She looked at him. Yeah, exactly. Big up LB, exactly. Chin is spending too much time with the after hours crew. Exactly. He's definitely got more guy friends now, you can tell, innit? Look at how she looked over at him when he said, why don't you marry her?
Well, listen,
You
bro.
moved on.
I was 22.
I know, dude. No one's fault.
Why didn't you marry her?
Huh?
Why didn't you marry
Marry
her?
at 22 because he's 22 trying to figure his fucking life
Oh,
out.
he keeps saying like
I
he
was
was in marriage.
22, but I'm going on 4.
Saying that has had enough. Look at her. Look at the body. Oh, look at her. Look at her crossing her arms, closing her eyes. She's had enough, man. Fuck all you hoes.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I was,
I know what my DMs say. I know what my DMs say, so that's just thinking. You haven't even seen my DMs. I know the truth.
40, I was going on 19.
It'd be tough to date
Asshole that I
anyone
was.
under 30. It'd be tough if they don't have their shit figured out.
Yeah, I was such a. I look
Because most of them are. They're trying to figure shit out. It'd
yeah.
be tough.
You'd be hard pressed to find anybody more, I'm sorry to use this word, retarded than me from fucking 20 to 40.
How old are you?
I'm 58.
I'd say 20 to 54.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair fucking enough for real. Like it's just
Fair point,
unbelievable.
sir.
Like it's
point.
just I have a
And I'm
mental,
right behind you.
I have a mental issue.
What am I, 41? Complete dumbass to
Just
about.
reckless idiots.
You're
Couple
not 41,
reckless-
Brendan. You're
Oh, by the way, I guess from what I understand this conversation, this is them talking in code and basically saying they were aggressively cheating on their wives until the age of like 54. Basically. That's what he's basically saying. He's basically saying they were aggressively cheating on both of their wives until recently.
at least 42.
We're a
I'm
couple.
40. I turned 42 in March.
We're a
What's your-
couple.
what's your
We're a
birthday?
couple
March 18th,
reckless.
83.
Yeah.
I turned 42 in March.
We're a couple reckless. We could.
Oh, I didn't have my shit together about 9 months ago.
We suffer from the
Yeah, my shit together is I was fucking around a lot. I think so. I think that's quite what their code is for that, which is wild to considering they've got kids and shit. But hey, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
old disease called "We'll figure it out."
Yes.
That's what we suffer from.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know,
We're
I
all
need,
right.
I need the juice. But no, I've
I don't need the juice anymore. I'm
No, I don't
good.
either. I
I have
don't either.
no juice.
I don't need the juice anymore. And Callan immediately backtracking. I don't know what juice is. What is juice? Who is juice? Oh, yo.
Juice.
I don't either.
I don't need any juice.
No, I
don't want
need
your
less.
Juice. I don't want your juice.
Exactly.
Get your juice out of my face.
Yeah.
What else you guys got?
Really? Don't lie. Big up Brian Lauro. Brian tried talking to my girl in the early 2000s. He nearly cried when she asked who he was. That's hilarious if true. Big up that comedian that also said it in the podcast, but they fucking deleted a clip on the fucking Frantic Reddit. Some comedian, some random podcast said Brendan was in her girlfriend's DMs. That was fucking hilarious, bro. Some random comedian on some podcast was talking about Brendan being in his girl's DMs. Allegedly they didn't fuck, but you know, who knows? But that must be heartbreaking when it's a guy you don't rate and he's trying to holler at your girl and she's entertaining it. Ooh, you get reminded of the hierarchy there, don't you?
We got a lot. We're gonna venture back into MMA for a second. This really bummed me out, you guys. Dominic Cruz said he's hanging up the gloves.
Yeah.
One of the
And I
greats.
love him.
But it should,
Anyway, let's move on from that one. Let's do TFATK on Kanye's tweets. Let's see what they have to say about Kanye's tweets. Let's see what hot take they have about Kanye's tweets, right? You want to see that, right? You want to hear what these bastions of culture have to say about Kanye's tweets, right? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you want to hear what Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen, a couple of certified white guys, have to say about Kanye's tweets.
It's like, you take a jiu-jitsu class from that guy, I'll just fucking break your wrist, your fingers. I mean, he's got 1,000 things, man. It's like, oof.
yeah.
Yeah.
What else you got, Jen?
Killer.
So this one was a big one all weekend, and it kind of hit it close to home to me because one of my dear friends is actually Kanye's agent.
Oh, okay. So this is the person. So I guess one of Senaz's dear friends is the person who owns that agency called 33 and West, because that's the agency that came out recently and said they dropped Kanye as a client. So Senaz is kind of plugged in. She's weirdly plugged into a lot of people. Her friend allegedly runs that agency 33 and West that Kanye was signed to. That agency also signed Jason Ellis and who else? I think some other acts, mostly like pop punk sort of stuff as well. I think I saw the roster the other day when we were on stream.
And Kanye
That
went
guy's working overtime.
crazy. Oh, B, when I tell you my friend was like,
B.
I've turned my phone off. I can't take the death threats. Everybody's burning me. I mean, he literally did everything you shouldn't do this weekend. Making a shirt that says White Lives Matter. Making a shirt with a Nazi swastika on it.
He did?
Yes. White
What?
shirt, black swastika.
What?
Saying free the hero
see that.
P. Diddy.
Do you have the swastika one?
So now it seems like he's just doing things. Now it's not fun
He's
anymore.
just trying to be.
Now he's doing it whatever super controversial, like free P Diddy or all that stuff. It's like, god damn it.
Yeah, and then he
The way Brendan says P. Diddy as well sounds weird, isn't it? Free P. Diddy.
went on a rant about, I hate gays, I hate trans, I hate white
Brendan hates gay people. Do you not like Brendan?
people, I hate black people, I hate this, I hate.
Brendan also hates black people. Do you not like Brendan?
But
It's
then
humans.
it was tweeting like he was tweeting every hour.
He had a moment. Did he have a breakdown? Did he have one of his episodes? This
So
sounds like
that's
a
what I-
manic episode.
That's what I tried to ask my friend.
Because part of him, what makes him
shit.
great is he is crazy.
The fuck?
But then if the crazy
know.
goes off on a different tangent, you're getting this.
Right.
Like what makes him brilliant is it's a very fine edge. Like what makes him brilliant, we all love that if he goes down the wrong fucking rabbit hole, this is what you get.
So if
Can you give us an original take, please? Can you give us one of your original takes, or are you just gonna regurgitate what you saw on the fucking timeline? Come on, man, it's a podcast. Give us an original thought, even if it's fucking dumb. At least something. God damn, girl.
you look, one of the last tweets he tweeted was like at 12 o'clock at night, and it said, haha, I won the internet. I got to say whatever I wanted all day. Freedom of speech. Thank you, Elon. I love Jews. I love trans. I love gays. I love everybody. But then
Is he just trying to prove a point?
I don't get it. And that's what I asked my friend, his agent. His agent's like, dude, his manager's been with him 32 years, called me crying all day today saying, I don't know what to do.
But I like the money.
I like them. Yeah.
That's what it is. The only
So
reason you
the-
put up with is the money.
The last tweet he said is, I'm logging out of Twitter.
Brendan having no compassion with somebody just working a job and managing talent like Kanye and trying to make it work and just, whittling it down to just money is hilarious, by the way. Having absolutely zero empathy with somebody's awkward position of like, managing a talent like Kanye is basically, a job for life because he's so talented, he's going to be around for a long time. But when he does something fucked up, big up Austin Casey, Wagwan G.
Do you know if he was able to get away from that crazy dentist that got him hooked on nitrous?
Yeah, he was. That crazy dentist actually was on a podcast I listened to called How Long Gone. He was actually on there as a guest and he sounded pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. He sounded pretty chill. He got away from that dentist. And I think his name is it Harvey or Harley? No, I think it was Harley Pasternak or something like that, isn't it? Harley or Harvey Pasternak, something like that. Yeah. He's known, he's allegedly wrote a bunch of books about nutrition. I think he's got some diet that he does that everybody is familiar with. He works with a lot of actors in terms of, like, he's the guy responsible for a lot of actors transformation when they have to do like movies where they have to be physical and whatever. He does a lot of that sort of shit. So he was fairly good on that episode. Recommend you check it out if you haven't checked it out already. He was on a podcast I listened to called How Long Gone. I think his name is Harley Pasternak or something like that. But I think Kanye got away with him. I think there was another guy also that he was giving him nitrous. Was that dentist? That celebrity dentist, the guy that does all the grills. He's really big. He looks a little bit like Wes Watson. That guy, he's like super fucking huge, but he's a celebrity dentist grill maker type of thing. I think he was also responsible for giving Kanye all of those nitruses under the table.
Appreciate Elon for allowing me to vent. It has been very cathartic to use the world as a sounding board. It was like an ayahuasca and then it cuts out.
Well, he goes, go up to him. He goes, I'm never apologizing for my Jewish comments. I can say whatever the F I want. I want to say forever. Where's my effing apology for freezing my account? Suck my dick. How's that for an apology?
Yeah.
They put thanks for everyone participating in the social experiment. Thank you. Love to all my fellow rappers. Thank you to all black women. Thank you to love all.
I think he's just, you're dealing with somebody who's not well.
Agree.
I really do. I think he's just literally having a manic episodes and he's out of his mind.
And I asked that friend of mine, I'm like, who's his publicist? And he goes, oh, he won't allow us to hire him one.
No, he's not. This is not, you're dealing with a mentally
ill
human
person.
being. Yeah.
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 Okay.
It was rough.
Any opinions, please? Any original hot takes? Or are you just gonna sit there in dead silence? By the way, audio is king. By the way, audio is king. Audio is king.
Literally one day, every hour was another bad tweet.
Oh, by the way, just in case you don't know, this is her friend's agency. Is it? That's it. 33 and West. This is her friend's agency. 33 and West. 33 and West is motion picture department. Motion picture department represents high quality actors, production companies, directors, filmmakers, and more. This is the people that represent in terms of music. This is their music roster, as you can see here. Alan Waif, Ariel Pink. By the way, I was surprised by that. They represent Ariel Pink, but they can't represent Kanye. Weird, isn't it? Right? Because Ariel Pink has said some dicey shit about fucking, the Jews over the years. And a few other people here I can see. Kilo Kish. Wow, Kilo Kish hasn't put out a record in years. I haven't heard her name in so long. She's like a blog era person, isn't it? Kilo Kish. Wow. The Pointer Sisters? Fucking hell. That's the disco group, isn't it? Isn't the Pointer Sisters the disco group? Fuck. This is a interesting fucking agency. They ain't put out a record in ages. The Discos, the Pointer Sisters, really? Murder Beats. He's retired, hasn't he? Unofficially. London on the track, but no Kanye. Looks like. Big up NJ Ranger, appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Elon Musk, for allowing me to use the internet as my own personal Newark Penn station for my unhinged bigoted ranting. By the way, it's a lot of MFs who go through mental health episodes without any prejudice, right? Let's keep it 100.
Basically, yeah. Everyone that goes mental health issue turns into a fucking homophobe and an anti-Semite. Let's relax with that, by the way. Let's relax with that. Yeah, Austin Casey.
Yee's ex-chief of staff, Milo, said that the dentist, Connolly, got Yee hooked on nitrous to drain his money.
Yeah, there's two. I think there's two. I think that guy you said Connolly, and the other guy, I think is it Harley Pasternak? Is that his name? Harley. Is it Harley what? Harley Pasternak, right? Oh, fucking up. Harley Pastor. There we go. Harley Pasternak. So I think these are the two guys responsible for the nitrous thing. This guy and was it you said Connolly, right? Connolly. Connolly. Let's see, Connolly Grills. Let's say Connolly's dentist actually. That's what happens there. What's his name? Is it Thomas Connolly, right? Is that him? Magnetic grills. Oh, is that what they do? Is that what they are? Magnetic. Connolly Diamond Dental Solutions. So he does the magnetic grills. Is that a new thing? I thought most grills just clip in, right? Don't they? I didn't know that you could get magnetic ones. But what doesn't your teeth have to have some form of magnet on it to make them stick? How does that work? That's the shape of them. How does that work then? Magnetically retained grills. In this photo, I have the grills slightly dislodged so you can see how thin they are. The grills literally snap in and are held in place by 8 magnets embedded in the gold crowns. Oh, okay. The gold crowns keep the grill in your mouth. Huh. Interesting solution. So this was one of the guys that was responsible for allegedly getting Kanye hooked on nitrous. I don't think that's true, by the way. I think most likely Kanye went to this guy to get his teeth done, and most likely he got given nitrous and he enjoyed it. And because Kanye is rich and he could do what the fuck he wants, he said, "Hey, give me some more." And the guy gave him some more, and then he started giving him fucking canisters and shit. I think that's what happened. Wow, look at all the teeth he gives. Maybe I should go to him. Maybe I should go to him if I want to get my fucking teeth done. He does them natural. These look quite natural. These actually look quite good. These look fucking quite good, to be fair. Jesus. Honestly, how do you let your teeth get to that state anyway? Like, what are you doing? You're not brushing your teeth at all. You're just refusing to brush your teeth. Is that what people do? Just, fuck it, I'm not going to brush them. Like, how do you let your teeth get that bad? Fucking hell. That looks good. Porcelain veneers. I ain't mad at those. I ain't mad at that. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't even attempt to brush your teeth, no? Nothing. No flossing, no nothing. No zero. God almighty. Grills in, grills out. Okay, interesting. Who's that? Who's AJ McLean? I don't know who that is, but he's got some teeth done as well. Oh, there's a Chrome Hearts one as well. This is quite. I like this one. This one's quite cool. Where you have your natural or your normal color teeth here, and then you have the golds at the back there. That's pretty cool. Oh, did Shaq get his one done as well?
Thank you. Hi, I'm Shaquille O'Neal. People say you smile too much. You know what I say? That's because I love my teeth. When it comes to the best teeth in the game, you need the seal of approval.
Okay. That's hilarious, by the way. More teeth here. Any more teeth? Oh, who's that? Who's that? Is that he did Gunner's teeth? Who's this? Moneybag Yo. Chris Brown. All the famous people. All the famous people. Next, me. Agostino, the host of the Random Show. I'm gonna be on here with some fucking chonkers. 10 centimeter high teeth. 10 centimeter high. And another thing about Brendan, just be spitting into the microphone. I'm gonna be here. Watch. You're gonna see some absolute massive things when I come back. I'm gonna have some fucking chunks in my mouth. They're gonna look like Lego bricks. Mine finna look like Lego bricks, bruh. I kid you not. Cool. Bit of corn there. He did Kai see that stuff?
With the new silver shit that Kanye be rocking, he made that. He did shit with Yachty. He did shit with fucking Offset.
Okay. Anyway, let's go back to the video. What am I doing? Wasting too much time. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know what happens to him.
He just is the guy who never surprises you because you never know what he's doing. What happens to him is he becomes...
Apologies, Jesse Black. Apologies for that. That volume increase was kind of crazy. Apologies for anyone who have blasted their ears out by playing the music there. Apologies.
He's this guy. And all of us go, what do you do now? And after a while, you go...
You stop paying attention.
Yeah, you just stop paying attention. After a while, you're like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what he can do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're nowhere near related, but it's the same with like Connor. It's like, when's he fighting? And they keeps teasing it. You're hoping you want just a flash from the past, and you're hoping he comes back. And then after a while, you're like, oh.
If he comes out with a groundbreaking album again.
What do you mean diss by Connor? Do you mean like graping and sexual assault? It's just gonna be this.
Kanye, if he comes out with groundbreaking music, I actually think people kind of move on to this weird chapter of his mental illness. I think when you do this to this level, actually, something happens where, I think literally the internet and everybody kind of goes, he's so crazy. You're so out of your mind that we're dealing with somebody who's actually crazy.
Then they feel sorry for him.
It's like dealing with literally somebody who's so manic that...
But you know who doesn't feel sorry for him? Jews.
No, but what I'm saying is that when you're this nuts, you can actually encapsulate this episode, put it over there, and then 5 years from now, he comes out.
Done. I can't believe I said those things.
I was diagnosed.
But you have to produce good music.
Right.
Hey, yo, big up Austin Casey. Wagwan G.
Bappa went from skinny jeans to mom jeans.
Yeah. He's trying to be young. He's trying to be a Gen Z kid. He's trying to be hip. He's trying to be down with the kids, you know? Skibbity Riz.
He goes hand in hand.
Right.
For him to come back,
and
he has to completely go away. I say go away for at least a year, work on himself, then come back, drop some fire-ass fucking music, which you can do. Be like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I was out of my mind. I was going through a weird time in life. I don't mean any of those things. I'm donating to this charity, to this cause. Like, you can do all that.
I like how Brendan thinks donating to charity immediately rids you of everything that kind of he said. I love how in Brendan's head, donating is just donating cures everything. Donating solves everything. I love it. Donate money. Cool.
You're like a PR guy. I love it.
If he went to a mental institution and they saw him in a straitjacket, like whatever the case, or that the equivalent of, it's like you, America would forgive you because they would go,
America's pretty forgiving.
Yeah, he was just out of his mind. He was just crazy. And I think that's actually what we're dealing with. I think we're dealing with a guy who is genuinely manic. And when he gets...
I love how Brian can judge how someone else is crazy, but doesn't see how crazy he was for not even skipping a beat when Brendan mentioned that thing about age gaps. He didn't seem to have any problem with it whatsoever. But, you know, Kanye calling out people in the industry or saying some very inflammatory things makes him all of a sudden panic. But he's the prospect of his daughter maybe dating a 42-year-old. It's okay. They're adults. Okay.
Manic, he's impossible to control, and he has no control over himself. And he wants to hurt himself, and he wants to do something insane.
They said he's lost $1 billion over this.
This is a guy who...
But there's Kanye fans like, boy, he's crazy. It's like, no, I'm with you. I was on board the crazy train until that crazy train went racist. That's when I get off.
The guy that hates black people, allegedly. The guy that's always talking about, like, trying to push some, like, white pride shit. Like, what? What the fuck is he talking about, bro? That's his part of his new persona. I'm a car guy, blue collar guy, wrote for cheering on anybody American. It doesn't matter who they are. Anybody American, I cheer for them. He seems to hate Mexicans, even though his family is half Mexican. I love it.
Because that's no longer crazy. Now you're just saying shit to say it.
I think someone like, what's his name, who fought Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Ryan was talking in a way where all of us went, something's wrong here.
100%.
This might be,
but then he performed.
Then he performed, right? So sometimes,
because that's his job.
But Ryan may have manic episodes. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if he does, we all go like this. We go, whatever he says, I'm not listening to because I wish him well. He's in trouble here.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to pick on Ryan because I don't know.
Big up Tim Dillon. I wish him well. Big up Tim Dillon. I wish him well.
But I'm saying anybody like that where you see somebody doing outrageous behavior or
you start to feel sorry for him and you go, man, I hope he gets help.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's like
with Kanye, like hope he gets help. He's so powerful though. It's like nobody around him's gonna check him. Like how does
Hey, look in the mirror, son. Look in the mirror, son. Look in the fucking mirror.
Someone help that guy.
Nobody can check.
Who's gonna reach out and be like, dude, enough. Enough, buddy, you need some help.
The biggest problem with
that's
who's gonna tell Kanye he needs a handler, huh? Who's gonna tell Kanye he needs a handler? Anyway, let's continue. One last thing to talk about. Let's go into a new episode of TFATK because I have to leave in about 10 minutes. I'm going to a little Turkish restaurant to have some lamujin and maybe a lambeiti. I'm gonna go to a little Turkish, have a lamujin or a lambeiti. I'm gonna treat myself to a little lambeiti. But before we go, let's play a bit of episode 1063, the new episode. I haven't gone through it to pick out my fucking clips, but let's see what's going on there, right? Let's see, and then I'll come back later tonight to carry on this fucking show, right? We'll carry it on. There'll be a part 3. This is part 2. There'll be a part 3. But for now, we're going to watch a little bit of this. Actually, let's quickly go on TFATK. Let's see if any clips I've missed out. And then we'll play the new episode, which is 1063. All right? Let's see Wagwan. Let's see Wagwan. If you're enjoying the stream, you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. If you can, join to be a member. I'm trying to get 1,000 members. Link is down below. Join the Discord. Take part. Leave comments. All that good shit. You feel me? All right, cool. 1 second. Let this load. Let this load. Let this load. Let this load. And then we'll quickly check out if there's any new clips or something I missed out on the TFATK subby. All right? Yes, we did, cause we back at it again. Back at it again. Let's check out the TFATK subreddit. Let's see. Have I missed anything on there? Anything new has occurred since we just did what we just did? Let's just click new again. And let's see if there's anything new that we've missed out on. Just in case. Just in case. Just in case I don't get home tonight. Will I make love, sweet love to you, baby? Anything here? No. Jerry and Little Papa moment right there. Jerry had a little. Oh, look, they've got a clip from TMOS on here. They've got a TMOS. They've got a 10-minute short clip.
Nuts. Have you ever been in a Tesla?
No, dude.
I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you okay?
Yeah, dude, it's nuts though. I was in one for the first time not too recent.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Why they doing them dirty like that? Why they do them dirty like that, huh? No, why they do them dirty like that? Why they put this clip on the Reddit?
Not a chance, B. Nuts. Have you ever been in a Tesla?
No, dude.
I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you okay?
Yeah, dude, it's nuts though. I was in one for the first time not too recent.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, big up Tony FM. That is the ultimate compliment. I appreciate you. People ask me, hey, did you see that thing on Netflix? I go, nah, I just watched Zynga and the Red Bar. That's it. If it isn't on a random show, I probably didn't see it. That's the best compliment, but it also makes me feel like a fucking redact. I remember that time I was on stream and I asked you guys, like, how many of you guys watch like comedy podcasts and specials and shit? And literally the majority of people in the chat were like 0. We just watch your stream, mate. We don't watch any of this shit. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm the only one actually watching this fucking shit. Putting myself through this hellhole. Wasting my time. Literally this precious time on planet Earth. I'm sitting watching episodes of Burtcast and whatever else. Absolutely hilarious, man. Most normal people just watch like review channels or clip channels or whatever. Podcast cringe, serious to try. They just keep up to date with the comedy scene that way. They don't watch a single actual full episode. I do. Wow. But hey, we all have to waste our time doing something. We have to waste our time doing something. What's going on here? Brendan Schaub and LA podcast. Cumtown Animated. By the way, R.I.P. Adam Friedland show. What's his name? Is it Nick Cullen? Is that his name? Nick Mullen, Nick Cullen, or Mullen Nick, whatever his fucking name is. He left in it, right? He quit recently, and now that guy's doing it by himself. I wonder if that guy quit because he had didn't he have a very emotional? Is it Nick Mullen? Yeah. Didn't you have a very emotional podcast with Destiny? Destiny, before he got cancelled, he had like a very emotional, psychological podcast episode where he's talking about his life, and he seemed like he was contemplating a lot of shit. But I don't know if that Nick Mullen is suffering from something or if he's just like a little bit, he's kind of caught in a rut because he's been doing content for a while, innit? And he does stand up too, so maybe he just needs a bit of a refresh. But he quit that show and now he's doing his own thing, I guess. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but what you call it? Godspeed to him anyway. Let's see what they said. This is from ages ago, I'm assuming, right?
Everybody vaccinated? Dicey.
Welcome to American podcasting.
Yeah.
What kind of sneakers you got on, big boy?
Yo, you ever watch MMA?
Bro, they got to be fresh. You probably get girls, though, bro, because you got confidence.
Yeah.
And that's what women...
That's what it's about.
A woman's brain responds to confidence.
Yeah.
That's why I've been taking Brazilian karate.
Yeah.
I've been taking Brazilian Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
With a Brazilian guy. I think so.
Yeah. I put on the karate clothes.
Yeah. I was walking around the other day. There was a guy cleaning up at Target.
Put a gi on.
I used to hang out in the dressing room until after hours at Target. And
okay.
And one time I came out of the dressing room a little early. There's a little Mexican guy going around.
He was
and I was like,
up?
bro, can you teach me Brazilian karate?
Yeah.
And now I give him $500 every Thursday. And he's been teaching me karate.
You guys just roll around on the floor?
Yeah,
stuff?
so I can beat up my son and then fuck his mom because she responds.
So
to
she'll
that.
respect you.
So she'll respect me, bro.
Yeah.
That's And if you're a young guy, you listen to this, you're a young millennial. Once again, age 51 to 78 years old.
Yeah.
And a lot of you guys don't realize this.
That's
Women
Rinks.
respond
That's
to-
Rinks.
They got primal brains.
Oh my
It's
god.
true. Like all the women that are like, I just want a good guy. I want someone that respects me.
Yeah.
Someone, what they really want is a guy that's capable
Now, I know-
of doing karate.
I don't know.
on
Exactly.
on a child.
And I know a lot of you are
Strong enough to beat up a kid.
If women are if that's what women respond to, why can I Google your name right now, Brian?
Exactly.
And there's 15 articles on TMZ about you raping 50 different
Oh my
women.
god.
But
Unsubstantiated.
well, hold on. That's a matter for the courts.
That's a matter
What
for the
is true
court.
though is I've lost count of my number.
Yeah.
It's in the
Oh
thousands.
my god.
So 5%
good.
of that is rape,
Right.
Oh my
but
god.
95% of it is consensual.
Jesus
Guess who's
Christ.
getting pussy for real, bro?
Jesus
You're still gonna get it.
Christ.
The sneaker doctor.
The sneaker boys.
The wizard of sneaker the sneaker mind. They call that the sneaker mentality.
I think people would be surprised. Really? You think so?
Oh, so
I think
good.
you'd be surprised. I really do. I think he'd fuck you
So
up.
good.
I got into comedy.
By the way, you do forget how much sneakers was a part of Brendan's identity. Remember, that was a big you forget because of these quick shifting fucking personality fucking transformations that he has. But you forget that Brendan was a sneakerhead before. That was one of his fucking things. I love sneakers. Cool sneakers. Every new drop of a shoe, he had it on instantly the next day. Remember he had a sneaker guy. He had a kid that would buy him sneakers and resell it. Well, would buy the sneakers and resell them to Brendan. Fucking no. He was on that fucking Complex show. He wasn't even on Complex comedians, what you call it? The sneaker shopping thing. He was on the actual Complex sneaker podcast, which is a proper podcast about sneakers with the Complex staff on it, talking in detail about the industry, about new brands, about new drops, about the history of said shoe. That's a show for actual sneakerheads. The go shopping thing is mostly like just another bit of content. It's not really a sneakerhead thing, but that podcast is a proper thing. He got on there, and now you hardly ever see him even wearing fancy shoes or talking about fancy shoes. Hilarious. Now it's just muzzlers and Kibitech. Kibitech's are his new sneakers.
Age 51 years old.
Yeah.
And
I've been going up at the mic at the store.
I'm at the store every night,
every
bro.
fucking night. You gotta put your face in.
Reps,
every night.
yeah,
Reps.
The work.
Reps.
And I
yeah.
literally
Sets
mean
and reps.
Reps, dude.
Sets
Half the
and
time
reps.
I'll go up on stage and I'll bring a set of dumbbells with me. So while I'm, so that it's even.
I bet you, right? They laugh. This is a really good bit, but I bet you for the introverted guys on the spectrum, actual real to the core comedians, like the guys that actually take stand-up seriously, I bet the bro era of stand-up comedy, it must have been killing them, innit? Because they must have been feeling like they were back in high school, getting bullied again. To have like all the alphas, quote unquote, all the bros, talking about fucking, talking about sneakers, talking about money and fast cars, and they just want to tell their little jokes. They've got their little tag they're trying to work on. They flip the words around on this particular joke. They're fucking around with the premise of this thing. They took inspiration from a special they watched from a comedian from fucking Switzerland in the 80s, Like, they've been watching 40 Towers and they got inspired. They're all about the comedy. And then this bro era of comedy was there. That was all about G-Wagons and Porsches and sneakers and Balenciaga. Oh yeah, they must have been hating it.
Even more work. I wear ankle weights while I do stand up because I'm trying to give 110%.
I'm trying to work the hardest.
Yeah.
I might not be the funniest, but I'll work your ass.
I'm wearing six sizes, 6 X's over my regular size, and I'm covered in lead weights when I go on stage because I want to make sure I'm put.
I love how the guest on this mythical podcast is Crystalia, by the way, because they joined at the hip. I love how it's Crystalia on this, by the way. You can clearly see it's illustration of Crystalia. It's fucking hilarious.
Putting in the work, reps, and I'm like, yo, who's fucking squirting? Who's doing that? And it's not. It's more. It's even more harder.
Right.
Because I'm being weighed down by all these ankle weights.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's how. Look, I've been doing comedy 6 months, but I'm committed to the lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm doing the podcast.
God, so
I'm at the podcast.
I'm going up every night.
I got the sneakers.
I've
committed 50 rapes. I'm in it. I'm in the lifestyle.
Doing Brazilian
50 rapes.
I'm doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I got a lead on 2 midgets in a rental space. We're getting Great Danes and we're creating the greatest TV show of all time.
Oh my god. So good. So fucking good. So fucking good. Sets and reps. Oh my. The lips. The fucking cauliflower ears. Honestly, it's such a good illustration. So simple, but it gets across Brendan's look instantly. What is happening? Never forget that Clint is nearly 50. Oh, we saw that already. The mother of all softballs. How could I resist?
This is the thing is, no one's happy with just being like a little successful. You get a little successful and then they want to get more.
Is that everyone though?
I don't know. Is it you? When you use the internet, data brokers watch and record.
Brilliant clip. Brilliant clip. I love how Rogan talks like that, by the way. I love how Rogan tries to talk like some, in this altruistic way, right? When he is he never turns down a check. There's never a check that Rogan will turn down, bro. He never turns down checks. And he wants all of the money. So I love how he acts like he doesn't care about money when he clearly does. I fucking love it, man. Oh my god. Big up Rogan. Big up Rogan. Super Bowl C.
UFC 312, the Super Bowl. When a guy has
now he's calling it Super Bowl. No, Super Bowl. Okay.
Skill set like a Sean Strickland, like a Colby Covington, a Chael Sonnen.
C-clamp.
In order to become a fan favorite, in order to create intrigue in their fights, which is what every fighter wants, they have to come up with some sort of shtick. They have to. So for Strickland, when you see him at the press conference, you see him leading into the fight week going, I'm willing to die in there. You're going to see me get a finish. He's selling you on the fight. Now, does he believe some of that stuff? Of course he does. But when you see him in those pre-fight interviews, when you see him at the press conference, he's at a 10 entertainment level. He's trying to make headlines. He's trying to rattle your cage. He's trying to piss off the media. He's trying to go against the agenda. He's trying to say, fuck the man. Is he actually like that in real life? For sure, but not.
Why is he saying this, by the way? Why is he talking to us like we're idiots? Does he think we believe everything fighters say to be true? Does he not? Does he think we don't understand what fight promotion means? What? Maybe I need more context to this clip, but I don't know why he's trying to, explain to us the function and the utility of hyping up a fight, of marketing. What? Okay, cool. Let's continue. Who could be possibly talking about
this idea that I wanted to eventually get out of LA. And as my youngest daughter started getting older, I was like, I do not want them growing up in this fucked up, materialistic, fame-driven, bizarro world of LA. Because it's not conducive to becoming a healthy human being and developing discipline and being present and just having like a well-adjusted, well-balanced adult human being. I'm like, this is a fucking mess over here. Like, I see these people that are adults that are raising their kids. These are grown-up babies raising babies.
Oh, that hits a bit close to home, innit? That hits a bit close to home. Papa Rogan throwing little jabs, maybe. Little subliminals, maybe. Little subliminals and jabs and whatever else it may be. Oh, yeah. I love it, innit? Yeah, exactly. Big up Brian. That's the thing I don't like about it. Big up Brian Lauro. As soon as he got the 200 mil, Cali Tax took... Exactly. I love that's not like the first thing that they never admit that, by the way. They were trying to make it seem like they left Cali for some noble reason, some principled reasons. I was just thinking about my children. I was thinking about comedy. The sanctity of stand-up comedy was being ruined in fucking California. Newsom had ridded us of free speech. We couldn't perform. We couldn't give the people what they wanted. So I, unselfishly took myself somewhere else. I took the risk. It's like, no, bro. You moved, especially because he moved after the first check drop. So when that first check dropped, you felt, I got 300 mil and now I've only got like 150 mil. That doesn't seem fair. So then you moved before you got a second check, which makes sense. But let's not act like you moved only for your kids. Maybe these kids played a role in the move, but for sure he moved, for financial reasons, which is fine. Makes sense. We've seen it in the stream. We saw that Brendan's listing his house for like 4.2 mil, and you could buy the same house that Brendan has in LA, which is like a 5-bedroom house in Austin, Texas, for like $1 million. Sometimes even lower than that. You could get exactly the same house, the same fucking footprint, or the same layout for a fraction of what Brendan's house in LA is worth. So it makes sense why you'd move there. But LOL at how he's spinning it. A couple more, then I got a bounce. Audio will always be king.
Audio. Don't get it twisted. Audio still king.
Audio.
For Nobly in his album to pimp Uncle Sam's the almost figure. All right.
Samuel L. Jackson, baby.
Oh, look at the dead air. Look at the dead air. Audio is king, by the way.
Some of these Easter eggs were kind of dumb, but
Audio is king. Look at the dead
Well,
air.
read it because it's dead air right now.
Oh. That's fair.
Chin is getting frustrated. Wow.
Especially if you want a family.
Wow, Chin's getting frustrated. Look at Chin. What the fuck, man? It's dead air now. Can you guys talk and say something, please? Chin is getting pissed.
You want to read it because it's dead air right now.
That's fair.
Especially if you want a family.
yeah.
Because dating like a 50 or 60-year-old and he has a family already, and then if you want kids.
She dated Bill Maher. She's dating him now, I think. Yep. Yeah, she likes older dudes. God bless her.
The chombies.
Tiger Bossy.
So she dated Bill Maher.
Tiger Basti. Yo, Chin has to be the childminder, podcast producer. Oh my god, how many jobs does he do? He runs a studio. Oh my god. Tiger Basti. Tiger Basti. Did you hear Chin? Did you hear him? Tiger Basti.
God bless her.
Tiger Bossy.
So she dated Bill Maher, or she is dating. Who else?
Brian met the girl I dated for like 6 months. She was a Mongolian chick. She was like 32.
Yep.
She was like, to me, that was like the youngest I would ever go.
I think 32 is good for you,
But
Chin.
that was when I was 46.
I think it
depends on the individual.
I like mid-30s for you, Chin.
Why are you looking at your phone, dude?
Because I was seeing...
Gosh dang it.
I like mid-30s for you, though.
No, that'd be like the very youngest. But I'd rather date someone that's like 35, 36, 37, 40.
It's the movie where it's the Dracula.
I just realized, by the way, Chin wants anyone. 35, 46, 40. Anyone? Anyone adult age. Chin went through all the ages there. No preference.
Dracula.
Dracula.
Oh, did it take place at the Super Bowl?
When I see a word, it can be challenging for me. If I hear it, I'm good. If I hear the correct pronouncement,
Oh
of the
my
song,
god.
or song or word,
Pronunciation, you mean? Pronouncement?
Yeah.
then I'm good. Come on, bud.
I mean, she's pretty.
Pronouncement.
She's very average. But look at him.
Yeah.
She's very average, you know.
I mean, come on. She
looks like that new.
She looks like Brendan. She's very average. She looks like she could be Brendan's sister. No? They look like they've got very similar face.
Dracula movie. Peaches, delight.
All right, last one, and I gotta leave. Last one. Let's do one here. Let's do this one. It's from a recent episode. Shaub calls out Callan in front of the GFL owner.
With Darren Owen.
Very special guest.
Yeah, very special
You
guest.
might know who he is, Brian. He is the face and the owner of the GFL.
Which I'm actually very excited about.
You're excited, but also, to be fair, like when I told you I was signed on board with Darren GFL, you gave me some pushback. Rogan gave me some pushback.
I didn't give you pushback.
But once I explained it to you,
when I
both
saw,
you kind of shut your little traps.
Yeah, first of all, there are two.
Hold on. What the fucking piece of shit? Didn't he say the GFL was shit? Wasn't he the one talking shit on the GFL before he joined? Before they started paying him, didn't he say GFL was shit? Oh, this guy is the worst, isn't it? He is the worst in the world. He's the one that said it was fucking garbage and likely gonna fail. And what's the point? And questioned its validity. This guy is the worst, man. He's the fucking worst. God almighty. Imagine having friends like Brendan. Even if Brian did say that, bringing it up again is fucking shit. It's so shitty. Even if he did say it, it's so shitty. But hey, what do we expect from Brendan? Nothing at all. Anyway, people, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me on the random show. Big up, everybody. I appreciate you for joining me on the random show. Part 3 is later on tonight, about probably 11:30 or something, or maybe later, probably 11:30. I'll schedule the stream later so you can see it, and I'll be here, and we'll do an episode catch up of 1064. I'll actually watch it before I do the stream so I can pick some clips, so you have to go through it. That'll be a bit more fun, and then I think there will be it. Okay, so apologies for the interruption, but I have to jet now. I'm gonna go have some nice Turkish food, and I'll see you guys in a few hours. Okay, cool. For now, take care, my friends. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, all that good stuff in between. Yeah. Cool. Big up. Appreciate you. Take care. Peace.